If you are new, welcome. My name is Sophia. This is Divinity Within Thee, where we take time to get in touch with the divine. And for the last couple of days, the ancestors have been coming through. No surprise, it was Memorial Day. I had a lovely sit down with my grandfather last night. Oops. I just want to get this warm so it sits on there. So I'm doing a candle today. If you guys have some type of an altar or a space, maybe you have pictures um, of past loved ones or grandparents or something like that. If that's the case, it would be good to put an offering out, whether that is a candle, some food, a candy, whatever maybe they like, you know, whatever they really liked. And think about them. Give them a moment. Give them some gratitude. Thank them for whatever you may have learned from them. In this case, if anybody has been any type of service, any type of military service or anything like that, thank people for their service. Whether everybody agrees with all of the systems or not, a lot of things, were built on these old structures, and it's not just us that has been being mentally controlled or manipulated. It's been going on for a long time, and they've had people losing their lives and fighting wars for maybe right reasons sometimes, but maybe wrong reasons many times. And it's more about power and control and things like this. So let's just be grateful for the people that did. So I have my grandfather and my grandmother. This was my grandmother's kimono top. Um, they were both Marines. My grandfather's also Navy, and my other grandfather was in the Air Force, in the Army. So I'm gonna put this up here on the altar. And then I'm gonna light this because it has nice, what do you call it? Smoke. Smoke likes to bring in the ancestors, right? So, dear universe, source, creator, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, past loved ones, right? Ancient deities, ascended masters, galactic federation of love, light. We'll call on the animals and the elemental spirits and any other loved ones that have passed that are here to help us evolve and receive messages. We thank you for your protection, for your presence, for your clear and concise messages and guidance, for all of your blessings and your kindness, for your love, and for creating all of us, right? Like how many ancestors? How many ancestors did it take for you to be made, right? It's like thousands, right? It's like 4,000 or something like this. So let's also ask that any of those who wish harm or speak ill will upon our name or the collective's name, we transmute that into abundance, right? Health, wealth, abundance, and love. May it come back to us tenfold in that manner. And also to anybody trying to hurt, harm, maim, or do anything against us, we would like to return that to sender. So mote it be. And then some white sage. Any handling spirits or entities, any monitoring spirits or entities will go blind, deaf, dumb, and incinerate. If not here, then in the other place. So mote it be. Thank you. My grandfather traveled all around the world, but he really loved white sage, very special. Because he said that it was a nice mix of all of the like all of the different climates. It was the best climate. It was the best climate, close but not too far. He liked to be by the beach, and he liked to have the palm trees, but the warm weather, but also like a little bit of the seasons, something like this. Um, can you guys hear me? Let me see. Can you hear me meow? Can you hear me meow? So, many of your ancestors, if you guys are if you're part of the Indigos, the Star Seeds, the Light Warriors, say hello, or anything like that. You're here. You came here on a mission. You're part of the chosen ones, right? They say the chosen ones. My grandfather's part of the chosen few, and it was a reserve that many people died. It was like freezing conditions, and most of them died. Um, but yeah, he was pretty badass. He was like very highly decorated and fought in 5 wars, and then he did the Chosen Reserve and Iwo Jima and like all of this stuff, right? Like he traveled all around. He's the one, like his last dying order was making sure that I had my passport and telling me that I needed to get out to the Orient. He loved the Orient, which is like what he calls Asia, right? Um, so sit and think, like, also because there is, for many of you guys, there is ancestors that are attempting to come through that want to convey messages or um, like hold you, like share love or compassion. What he was coming through last night saying was really about. It was talking about like making things fair. Like he was um these he was saying that they would be rolling in their grave if they found out. And he's like, I ain't rolling. He's like storming. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I can bring this down. Sorry. He's like storming forward. He's on like this storming front. And okay, you can't hear me good. And yeah, he's not fucking happy. And it's about a lot of things. So many of you guys, if there's people that did you harm, right? Like the astrological makeup and like just the energy that's going on right now, right? Um, can begin to like awaken different things. It can start to bring different energies towards you, right? And you have to be, you have to give space. You have to give space to be like, okay, what is coming in, right? Because they're attempting to communicate. Some of them want to um, protect you, some of them want to guide you, some of them um, may just want to watch you to see. But like if you're incarnate now, there was kind of like a conglomeration of like your soul family or your ancestors or anything like that, right? And um, they kind of like chose you for whatever mission is going on right now. So many of them are very proud. But what was going on last night when they woke me up? What was going on last night was they were like terrorizing people. So many of you guys may also have some crazy like warrior or badass. Maybe you knew people in the military. Maybe that has something to do with it. I'm not really sure. But you definitely had some badass motherfuckers, like some badass people um, that are watching out for you. And like they're not taking kindly to people taking things that don't belong to them or taking things that maybe they procured from you or stole, right? They're not super happy about it. And um, they were really like, doing some people in. Now, they can be, when there is a type of karmic injustice or something like this, if it has been hidden or it has been cloaked or something, and it like, let's just say like cosmic justice, right? Like divine justice, right? Just like we can bring things to trial or to court here, like they can also do that, like in the spiritual realm, is kind of what they were showing. And so there's there's something about like how they can how they can assert more. energy or more, I don't want to say affliction, but that's what they keep telling me. More energy or more affliction or something like this, or afflict more, like whatever, um, to put things right, right? To balance the scales. And what was really interesting is, I posted something today about this goddess nemesis, right? We know this word nemesis, right? Like, oh, that's my arch nemesis, as if they're evil, as if they're bad. But actually, um, nemesis was actually this Greek. Um, Hold on, let me pull it up to tell you guys, because I don't like to say, I got too much Scorpio and Virgo. I like to give you guys the actual truth, and if I'm speaking about it, then I know I'm already channeling it or whatever. But nemesis, also called Rhamnosia, okay, in ancient Greek, the goddess of Romanos, was the goddess who personified retribution for the sin of hubris. So her hubris, something like this, right? This is arrogance, right? Before the gods. As such, she was natural enemy of Hebrews. Okay. So, anyways, this is Nemesis, right? She's the goddess of retribution, but not just the goddess of retribution, right? She is uh to the word. Okay. Nemesis is derived from the Greek word nemin, meaning to give what is due, to distribute or give what is due. So it's basically talking about balancing, like um, this karmic injustice, right? And she's more powerful than anything. And she comes in and she will apply. She's a little bit different than like Kali, right? But she will apply more pressure. It's like, um, I was reading, I was like in some fucking rabbit hole day. I do this, right? But I was just like going deeper on her and reading about it. And what I was picking up on was basically that, she applies the judgment or the pressure or the retribution is taken or given or received based on what the person did. So equal to their intent. So not just the malice. So first what they created, but then also equal to their intent. So let's say they intended to kill somebody, but they only fucking tripped them. Like they will be punished for all of the intent. And this was something that that heaven or whatever, right? That the gods kind of decided, no, she was the one that got to apply the extra because she was like the divine scale of sorts, right? She's like kind of like the female version of like Anubis, right? Like she's weighing things out and seeing how it goes, like the heart to the feather on the scale, something like this, right? And so, anyways, um, yeah. So yeah, I was going down this whole thing, and I was like, wow, that's really crazy, right? So, anyways, but she was the goddess of retribution, right? She's also called, so retribution for the arrogance before gods. So for people, so the way that they were showing, what led me to this, anyways, right, is like the fact showing me, like, for instance, if you're divine, if you're chosen, if you're one of the chosen few, the 144 chosen, right? It's this small amount, and you were divinely chosen. You were divinely anointed. You were, like the favorite, God's favorite, or something like this, essentially, right? And so this is basically, she is the retribution to the people that had arrogance towards who the gods had chosen. So let's say, for instance, in this instance, right? People really never liked how my grandfather like chose. They always thought sometimes he was picking and choosing depending on what people were doing, and maybe his favorites would change. Now, he was basing it based on like integrity, right? Now, I won't say that he wasn't a little bit of a shyster in his own right, like for sure. But the reality is the way that he saw fit or fair or equitable was, even if other people didn't think it was fair, he made sure that it was fair, right? So like let's say he gave every one of his kids a vehicle. Let's say he gave every one of his kids like a house or something like this. Now the thing is when some other sum of money or some other something paid out, it wasn't theirs to take because he gave it to somebody else, correct? But they felt that they were owed something, even though they had already gotten it, right? That's kind of like what he was showing. So it's like choosing the best person that is fit for the job at hand, and choosing the person that will be the most fair, that will make sure everybody was taken care of. And that's really what it boiled down to, right? In the end, that was the trust that that's how he and my grandmother had built the trust. And so yeah, so it's something about this. It's something about when the person that is in charge, when the gods, right, when they have chosen, when they have given something to somebody as a gift, right? Like this is your cosmic reward. This is your gift for everything you've done, for all of the hard work. You passed all of the tests. Now you get this, right? You can't take that away. You can you can do that, but you can try. And they are having like someone is that these people like they're people may be moving out of places because they're scared that the places are haunted, right? There may be like um, and this is your ancestors, you guys. This is your ancestors. Like these are people that maybe took something that wronged you at some, like this can be fucking basic shit. This can be someone that that stole your bicycle when you were a kid. Like they're pulling out all the receipts, and for the this next week, they're gonna be fucking like cashing in all those little tickets that they pulled out on all the people that hurt you or did you wrong or took from you, especially if it was something that was given to you as like a gift, as a divine inheritance or a physical inheritance or something like that. Like they're about to go fucking ballistic. So, or they're already going ballistic. There is many people that are going like crazy because they're not stopping to haunt them. They're like incessant. And some of your ancestors were like pretty intense, right? Pretty fucking gnarly. And so yeah, so they're just going fucking wild, right? And so anyways, that's basically what's going on. So you guys are fucking typing so much. I'm channeling today, so I'm not really like responding. You don't need to call me baby. I'm not your fucking baby. I never met you before. You need to speak to me directly. I'm a high priestess. Thank you. You can correct that. Um, Karma is not fair. It's karma. No, karma is fair, and that is the thing. It is proportionate, right? And that is the bottom. That is the fucking baseline. It's proportionate to the things that you did. Now, if you didn't pay the karma for the things that you did, or you managed to skirt around it for a bit, that's what happened. But it's still going to come back up and get you, and it's going to return to you what you did, maybe sevenfold, maybe tenfold. The faster the karma happens, the better for you, to be completely honest. Because when the karma doesn't hit direct, when it doesn't clap back, then you you should be worried. You should be worried. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like, no. Like, no, because that means when it's gonna come back is because it's gotta gain like a snowball effect, right? It's gotta gain like speed or momentum, or it's gotta grow, or it's gonna slap you back. So it's about your intention of what you intended for that other person, how you harmed or came across or attacked this other person. And in that process, that's what it boils down to. Does that make sense? So, but in this case, right, Nemesis came up because what she was saying, or what they were downloading me with, is basically because there has been some karmic injustice that was kind of overlooked, they cloaked over it or something. I'm not exactly sure. It doesn't really matter. But the ancestors, your ancestors basically like took that shit to spiritual court and they said, nah. And so now they're invoking this energy, this nemesis energy, to be able to actually like slap back to assist it in happening. Does that make sense? Because of the wrongdoings that have been um, overlooked for an extended amount of time. You know what I'm saying? So, um, okay, you're gonna go away because I'm tired of all your shit. Hello, everybody. So hurry up and fail, harsh truths. I mean, here's the thing. It's not just about hurry up and fail, but like if you're not failing, then you're for sure not attempting. You're not even trying, right? You're not even putting an effort out, right? You can't actually achieve anything like without a few failures. You don't ever meet a master that hasn't fucking failed a bunch of times, right? It's the people that are actually more successful are the people that are like, oh, okay, no, that didn't work. Like trial and error. I was actually talking to my other friend about that today, how trial and error. I was like, like I'm Gen X, right? I'm Gen X, bro. Like I was like the old trial and error with like how people are, like the psychology approach and the trial and error and seeing how people respond and what they do and once you tell them this or that, like what the way that they respond next, that breaks everything down. I'm like, that's just trial and error. That's like, it's not performative. It's just like psychological, like social experiments. That's what I like to do. So, anyway, but it's more like, but yeah, the sooner you fail, the sooner you can become the master at that skill, right? Just like fucking Danielson, right? Right? Like the sooner something happens, like the better everything can be. What is this? DNA is shit of info where karma hit without any of this life. Is it true? Why it works in this illusion overwhelming probability of illusion? Well, okay, so there is a lot of karma, yes, that comes down through the DNA, for sure. That's what I'm saying. It's ancestral, right? It's unfolding, 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 and that's why the ancestors, you are a conglomeration of all of these different pairs and pairs and pairs and pairs and pairs to come to this one thing, right? So a lot of what's awakening right now, like you've heard that we're awakening like these ancient, like these dinosaurs, these primordial spirits. And actually, that's what's awakening. Like these light codes, these DNA codes, and these activations are unlocking in some of us, probably the 144 chosen, maybe a smaller amount, but it's unlocking this primordial DNA that like like super warrior DNA. So it's like now can't fuck with it. Like people like can't touch this. People can't. It's like no matter how much um spiritual attack or whatever they keep putting out, like it's not coming through, it's like not able to. um Sometimes your ancestors don't have your best interest at heart. um I don't believe that, because once people pass, the there is no malice, okay, unless people are stuck in a purgatory state, right? Like when I first started seeing spirits when I was like small, right, like 4 or 5 years old, there was this disgruntled, angry old lady, and she always used to fucking come into my room like in the middle of the night, and I'd be like, "What the fuck?" And she was so angry, right? She was like, "Ah," but and she was like from a very like a much older time, right? Because of whatever she was wearing, and she was super disgruntled like all the time, and like it was fearful because she was just angry. Now a lot of it can be like sometimes they're stuck and they don't understand what happened. Maybe they died alone. Maybe there was something tragic. Maybe they didn't complete their karma. Okay, and that's kind of that's what I was picking up on last night also. So for instance, you have a certain amount of karma that you have to complete, right? And then you just keep reincarnating, or it gets passed to your children or whatever, right? And it keeps going down the line until it gets complete, right? Now, it's like the people that have been fucking with the anointed, with God's chosen ones, right? That have been fucking with the divine collective and that have been blocking or preventing or, delaying or any of this. It's like they're going like game over. And that's kind of what I was picking up on. And I wasn't exactly sure how to like verbally express it, if you want the truth about that, because it's like, but that's kind of like what it was. It's like almost like they're not going to get to reincarnate to finish that karma. It's like they're going to go to a spiritual prison, right? So like maybe this falsification of whatever they say hell or whatever else is like could potentially be that could be what it is, right? But I don't believe that your ancestors have any ill will towards you because I don't feel they're not controlled, they're not angry, like the disgruntled, the manipulation, like all of that is not existing once you get to higher densities. Like once once you're out of this physical meat suit, like once you're out of this third density, this very dense space, like I don't really believe that all of that stuff. I think that it's just more of a space of love, like a higher level of consciousness. And I don't think there's any ill will that exists. Now there is people that are like, I'm gonna haunt you for fucking eternity or whatever, right? And like words are spells. That's why it's called spelling. So like it's good not to say stuff like that. And there is also like, so I've picked up on lots of spell work that is passed down generationally, right? Like I've been breaking curses and hexes and stuff like that. That's come from lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. And it's been like fucking exhausting. So something like that. Um, Something like that. You're welcome, Queen. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, the sooner you, the sooner you guys, yeah, it's just a bunch of, I can't open the private comments. They're written too small on here. My phone's too small for me to see. Um, but yeah, so anyways, a lot can be passed down through DNA, but that's kind of what's waking up right now. And that's what I really feel is it's like this primordial like DNA activation and light codes activation that's just like fucking awakening, right? It's like the awakening. And I mean, maybe there will be, it's like the dragons, right? It's like this very, very ancient, like protector, like earth protector of like the realms and the earth, like straight out of a fucking fantasy movie, like I don't know any other way to kind of say it, but it's like they're showing like all these different spirits, elementals, and like fucking dragons and weird shit, right? And people are like, you watch too many fantasy movies, and I'm like, I don't watch movies. I don't even have a TV. Like, I can't even watch anything. All my devices are hacked and blocked. Like, I can't. I don't know how to like. I can if people send me like little clips, or I can find something on YouTube, I guess. But like, yeah, I don't. I don't do that. Like I used to, maybe a long time ago. I love fantasy movies, of course. Who wants to project a dystopian nightmare? But something that they were also downloading me with earlier today, too, you guys, something that was coming through very strong was because I have like a few guides and they're always giving little fucking snippets of like different movies and stuff like this. Some work with songs, some work with like symbolism or numbers, some work with the movies. But I was like, you guys are always giving, and they were like, yeah. And what they were telling me is, yes, it's how we have been delivering, right? Because I was having a conversation with my friend today and talking about like, where do you think all these movies are based from, right? Like the Matrix and all this stuff. Now, some is people that were inside, like in the inner circle, and they like saw what the deletes were doing, and they're like trying to eloquently like deliver the message to the people. Others, what the ancestors were actually saying is basically like, that's how they've been like preparing us. Yeah, that's how they've been preparing us. Stop needing so much attention right now. That's how they've been preparing us for all of what is coming. And that's why they were showing me this thing. And my friend, I sent this clip to my friend about okay, my grandfather really wants me to show it. And this is for any of the uh what do you call it? Any of the military people, right? Um, so my friend, responded to this thing, right? And I have like my short-term memory. Since I got smashed in the face, my short-term memory is like whatever. That's why when I start channeling, like I can't really like read too much. I have to tune in and tune out. Because traumatic brain injury, right? Anyways, my friends was commenting on this thing, and I want to share it with you guys. And she was joking because she was like, "This girl reminds me of Sarah Connors from the Terminator." And I was like, "Yes, they keep showing me, like, they keep showing me." I gotta bring you guys down. I don't know why I'm so far up. So why I'm always so high. That's why they call me Your Highness. Yes, Your Majesty. Oh, also shout out to Yosef. Yosef. Okay, so we have three people in the reading raffle right now. Yosef, and I saw this little thing that he wrote in the note, right? And it said OHMS, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Right? Of course, I start thinking about it, and I'm like, ohms. What is this? Like, and I look and I Google it and it's like, oh yeah, this is an abbreviation. This is something like this. And it means it's like a frequency, like a resonant frequency, right? And ohm, of course, we know what that is. But then it was like the symbol omega, and I was like, no, this isn't it. And so I started going a little bit farther, and OHMS is a royal mail. It's like to send mail to the queen, the parliament, the monarch, whatever, like something like this, right? To high ups. And so yeah, so it's on her majesty's service or on his majesty's service, depending where it was. And that is so cute. I just want to say, Yosef, thank you so much for all your love and support. And that is so cute. So yeah, now we have um three people that are in the reading raffle. If you guys don't know about the reading raffle, I'm doing this 5 on it reading raffle. So once I get 25 people, it's 5 euros or USD or whatever to enter, and then there's five. That's one of the 5 steps. It's like 5 likes, 5 comments, whatever. In the description box below this video, you will find a link to the video that I made about this if you guys want to join. I'm giving away 5 25-minute sessions, okay? Because I know a lot of people cannot necessarily afford a full 30 minutes or 25 or an hour with me, but this is a great way. And you can ask a question for the collective on here when you donate the five to it, okay? And that question, I'll answer the questions live, but your personal question or your personal query will be up to you, whatever you want. Some people want to talk to dead people. Some people want to do trauma work. Some people want a tarot card reading, up to you. But that's what this is about. So you guys check that out. Now to get to something very serious, and I may lose some of you guys on this, but uh, so I come from my grandmother, she was a weather predictor. She helped to for a lot of the pilots and stuff like this, kind of like curating storms and storm patterns and stuff like this. She was super important to especially the Navy and out on the aircrafts and stuff like this, and for when they would fly and when it would be safe and what was going on. And yeah, my grandfather is really, really, really high up in many things, but I want to share this and I want to be real with you guys for a minute. And I know everybody's from different places, but because whatever, we just had um, Memorial Day and because the ancestors really want to come through. Um, so I want to share this with you guys. So my friend was laughing because she was like, she reminds me of Sarah Connors. And I was like, yeah, Sarah Connors is from the Terminator. I don't know how old you guys are. There's these movies Arnold Schwarzenegger did a long time ago called The Terminator and The Terminator 2. And the woman Sarah Connors was the mother that kept coming back to tell everybody, stop using the AI, stop using the technology. They take over and they become these warmongering and they kill all of society. We can change it now if we change the intention of how AI is moving. So anyways, I just want to share just like a quick snippet of this. I don't want to share the whole thing, but I just want to share it. This, and that it is not a top of the page headline story across the country. The U.S. Army just swore in 4 tech executives as lieutenant colonel. The CTO. 4 tech executives as lieutenant colonel. Now, my grandfather put like 47, 48 years 48 years to earn his fucking ranking and his place in the military. He fought in fucking wars and other things on top of that, right? And this fucking Prumpty Dumpty clown just put four, four, four. Okay. But the U.S. Army just swore in 4 tech executives as lieutenant colonels. The CTO of Palantir, Peter Thiel's company, the CTO of Mark Zuckerberg's company, and OpenAI's chief product officer and former chief research officer, the company belonging to Sam Altman. These 4 men are all now 1 rank away from a general, second in command for field grade officers. There are 16 ranks low. So, the reason why I am sharing that is because in order to get to that position in the military, you have to, one, have gone through the ranks. You have to have served your time. You have to have done all of this. There is a certain amount of years you also have to put in order to get certain stripes and to get to that rank. Now, they put 4 of these head tech executives into lieutenant colonel positions. And y'all think that they're not going to go to full AI war. And so this is basically what my grandfather said: wake the fuck up and start speaking, because your right of speech, your freedom, everything we fought for is for nothing if you don't use those freedoms before you let them take them away. And they're fucking pissed, because they're not only pissed because things that they put in play have been taken away, right? But also, this is about to happen. So all of these people that are like, that are service and stuff like this. So in case you guys don't understand what's happening, when all this shit went down, right? And Trump was trying to do all this shit, right? By the way, matriarchy meow, fuck the patriarchy. Okay. Anybody who's here that wants to stay in that system, like, fuck that. You guys, it's a fucking outdated system. History repeats itself. Her story repairs itself. So matriarchy meow, welcome to the future. It's feminine pussy power because it grips. So while we need to get a grip, pussy grabs back. And while the matriarchy is coming in to rule here, okay, something you guys need to understand is when all this shit was happening months ago, right? However long it's fucking been, when he started all this bullshit with Iran and all of this other stuff, in case you guys don't remember, all of these high ranking military colonels and stuff like this, they stepped down, they resigned, they took an honorable discharge for fucking 20 to 50 years of fucking service in the military, giving their whole fucking lives. They took dishonorable discharges because they said no. What you're asking us to do goes against everything we have been taught. It goes against basic rights and basic humanity. And now this cocksucking motherfucking Trumpy Dumpty fucking clown, bitch ass motherfucker, wants to come in and put people that are ruling AI companies as lieutenant colonels fucking starting. This is the only NIGGER. This is the biggest one. And he's fucking orange, not black. The color don't matter. Don't matter if you're black or white, like Michael Jackson said. It matters your fucking intentions and how you act. Megalomaniacs. So anyways, I want to give a shout out to all the people that actually put in their time in the service. I want to give a shout out to all the people that said, fuck no, we're not fucking creating a genocide and we're not killing innocent humans because of this. Because we have fucking morality. We have basic human rights. And we're not perpetuating this trauma cycle. And all of these people, you guys, you broke these fucking trauma cycles that have been going on and on and on and on and on, generation after generation after generation. And that's why all these higher up deletes, right? That's why they're fucking freaking out and they're going into this like straight focused dystopian situation, because they know that they're like, fuck, they know everything. They outnumber us. literally. So anyways, I want to give a shout out to all the people that gave their lives and that did all of this, because there is many people that come back and that don't receive the benefits, that don't get the things that they need, and that come back with PTSD because they thought that they were doing something right, because they were fighting for a cause that they thought was right. Like, the only right cause, you guys, is decency, is fucking humanity. Money, capitalism, gain, power, control, drugs, fucking land grab, all of that shit does not matter. All of that shit is fucking bogus. And they were so fucking excited last night, you guys. Like, when I was like, so wait, so you're not mad that I'm over here? Because my grandfather used to get mad that I wore the peace sign, right? He's like, ah, fucking hippies like you. But it was just a trigger for him, right? Because there was a lot of people, there was a lot of hippies while he was fighting World War II and shit that were pushing back. And, and so they had the peace sign and stuff like that. And so it really fucking bothered him. And one time I had this this necklace that I have forever, and he fucking grabbed it and broke it. Like, that's the most violent he ever was, right? Like, fucking one time, yeah, he like popped me, and fucking like in the process of trying to fight me to get them break my necklace, right? But but I was literally at that point, this was like before, oh God, this must have been before he passed away. I don't know, like something like this. But yeah, I was already an adult at this point, right? So all I can say is I give love and respect, because not just the people that did that are having the trauma. The people that are born under these circumstances, the next generations that come, start coming more violent. They start taking on that trauma. And the reason why is because we keep it. We store it. It stays stored in our body indefinitely unless we process it. And so you have to feel it to heal it. But they were never allowed to do that. They didn't have that ability. He taught us to adapt and overcome. Don't cry about it, adapt and overcome. Crying's not going to do you anything. But the reality is actually, now we understand the science. Now we know a lot more, and crying actually does help you. What does it do? It actually signals your brain, and it starts releasing oxytocin, which is like the same as someone giving you a hug or holding you. So actually it is its own self-soothing thing, right? The body is very fucking intelligent, as long as, you know as long as we let them, do their thing. Um, who's saying what here? Hold on. I gotta come back. Um, yeah, well, you know what? Vulgar language isn't resonating, then you don't have to be here. I'm sorry. You know what doesn't resonate with me? Satanic, demonic, megalomaniac, pedophilian, cannibal, baby raping and fucking and eating people. That doesn't resonate. Like, that's way more fucking vulgar than anything that you will ever hear come out of my goddamn mouth. So if you don't like it, peace out. Nobody asked you to be here. It's voluntarily. It's called free will. You don't like it, you don't have to fucking comment. You can just, don't go away mad, just fucking go away. Okay? This is my show. You make your own and you say whatever the fuck you want to say on your fucking channel. This is my channel, and I'll drop fuck F bombs or whatever the fuck I feel like whenever I feel like it. If it's too vulgar for you, I don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out of my face. Vulgarity is the state of the world, because people like to pretend to keep their mouth fucking closed when they should be using it to call bullshit out. And that's what they were really happy about, because I'm triggering a lot of people to start talking and to start bringing the truth and to keep uncovering it, because it's horrific shit that's going on that nobody's doing anything about. So, vulgar? I mean, I could call you a pussy because I don't see anybody doing nothing, but I'm out here speaking. And I'm not even a political person. I'm a spiritual fucking person. You understand? But what side of history are you going to be on? When the shit in the history books is like, oh, when we found out everybody was pedophiles and fucking and eating babies and fucking human flesh and shit, like, oh yeah, I remember reading, talking shit on people that were vulgar about it on Facebook and fucking YouTube. I remember being a fucking Karen in the comment section instead of actually saying, God damn it, we better do something. We better start to fucking make it a big deal so it goes the fuck away. So anyways, you don't like it? I don't give a fuck. Basic rights and humanity. Yeah, of course. I would love that. We will take all the responsibility because we've given you guys the responsibility and you guys have fucking failed thus far. Thousands of years you have fucking failed humanity and the planet and the women and the children. Y'all have been at war. You have spent all your time in rule at fucking war with each other. So we would happily. You want to take a fucking worldwide vote? Oh, they've already been doing it. They've already been doing it. And even a lot of men are still also voting that they want the women to fucking take over from here. They're just too stuck in ego and pride. So either they're in power or control and they're stuck in ego and pride and they want to run it because that's what they were told because they've been fucking programmed by the patriarchal system. Or they're too much of a bitch in their own little pride and ego that they're like, but a man needs to be in, like, what the fuck have you guys ever fucking done? Women created a lot of the fucking advancements, bro. What are you guys out here doing? Raping? Pillaging? Starting weird fucking rape academies and posting it online to make money? What? Encouraging women to sell their fucking body in their temple, using them like fucking breeding grounds for a name that's not even yours? Do you guys know that males don't even pass down the lineage? It all comes from the female eggs. All of the DNA, all of the lineage, all of the genes are passed down only through the female. So your bloodline only runs through your females, through your daughters. Wake the fuck up. Take your dick out of your ass and stop trying to force it upon a woman and stop being one and fucking learn some things because we're in a new era. We're in a new age. Okay? You're gonna learn you some knowledge. You know? I really don't give a fuck. I don't know. Okay. It's no, it's a spiritual warfare. It's spiritual warfare. And patriarchy is a fucking controlled thing that has been controlling the power of all of the planet and sucking it from women. The Vatican is built on top of ISIS's fucking temple, my temple. And I will be taking it back, whether they like it or not. So, smoochy moochies, bitches. But you're right. It's just information. It's just information. It's just I'm channeling the ancestors and they're kind of pissed. Okay. So when I channel different people, especially the really older ones that put a lot of work in, that fought fucking wars and that were warriors and that were literally dying to change the future, and they see everybody over here being a Karen behind a fucking 3-inch screen, that's probably the same length of their fucking dick if they're on here fucking talking shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, you're coming here to where I work. You don't like it? It's okay. You go somewhere else. Don't talk shit. Talk shit, get hit. That's what my brother always used to say to me before he hit me in the face. But you know what? I'll tell you what. People that get their ass beat sure definitely know right the fuck from wrong. They learn real quick. Let me tell you. Drifting would never make it on the front line. I don't know what that means. Drafting. They're creating robots and alien. They're creating robots. I'm sorry. They're creating robots, to be manned by fucking boys that play all video games. And that's how they're gonna get everybody in. They're gonna change the draft. And then, oh, well, you're not dying. You're just playing a video game. How do you know they're not already doing it, bro? That's what they're saying. Is like all these movies, they've been downloading the information for us to realize that they're not all just like movies for entertainment. A lot of them are warning. They don't want you to be in fear, but they want you to be aware. Choices, you guys. Color doesn't matter. Why is it all I talk about? When else have I ever talked about color? Because I never seen you be here before, Peace Rock. Yeah, you probably white. You probably hella white if you say something like that. It's strange. Um, that's right. Be the light. You are beautiful. Thank you very much. Yes, many of these people aren't human. Many of these people are NPCs, and also many of the people that are stuck in these video game addictions, porn addictions, substance addictions, whatever, they become body snatched by the draconian overlord, especially people that are always using AI for everything because you're not thinking for yourself anymore, right? Like, what age did you come from? Like, when I grew up, I was talking to my friend today, right? Like, he was I think he was born in like the early 90s, right? He's like almost at the age of like my baby brothers. And maybe he's like a year or two older, but he was like saying something or other, and I was like, bro, like we came from a different era, right? Like we came from an era where you had to remember people's phone numbers. Like you had to go find a payphone to fucking call somebody back. Like we had pagers, we had info lines that people had to follow to map point directions to get to a party. You know what I'm saying? Like we were doing like breaking and entering for to do the music and everything, you know. And the thing is they want to make you as so much time goes by, right? Like, do you even remember people forget their fucking their password, their digits for their password and all this stuff. Why? Because it's all in the pass key, because it's all in the phone, because it's all digitally stored, because you're letting the digital devices do everything for you that you're not you're being dumbed down. And our whole conversation today was about idiocracy and about how they had the designers design these fucking shoes, Crocs. Okay, if any of y'all wear Crocs, okay, fucking idiocracy. You should go Google that or whatever. I like to use Ecos, yeah, but because they plant trees. So if you want to use an AI or a cool search engine, Ecosia, they give back by all the stuff that's being processed. They give back and they plant trees and they save land and plant trees all over. So they're dope. Um, let's see if I have it on here to show you guys what it looks like. That's what I was on. Hold on, that's what I was just on with this. Um, what do you call it? With Nemesis. It looks like this. Ecosia. Oops. So this is a search engine that's not run by megalomaniac, pedo, baby, people eating people, Ecosia. And they actually plant trees and save land. You know, they do eco stuff. So yeah, so when you use them as a search engine, you're actually like helping the planet. It's just that simple. It's just that simple as beginning to change some of these systems. Look, it gives me so many goosebumps. And that's what the ancestors are like. Yes, no, we're excited. And they're because they didn't realize they were on the front end. They were on the front end. They were doing all of these military testings. They were doing they were trying the plastics. They were trying the products. They were trying to make things more shelf stable, right? In case, when the war happened, they had to have stuff. Like my grandfather grew up in the Great Depression, right? They thought what they were doing was making things better. They didn't realize, but it was because these corporations were telling them, we plastic is better and this and that, and that's why it's like now everything is fucking microplastics, and now we're just like on all of these different things where we're like, how do we eradicate the plastics and how do we like make them out of different things? Hemp, for one. Everything that's made out of plastic could just be made out of hemp. Every type of way that they make plastic can do the same thing with hemp. Better fiber, and it also cleans the soil, the water, the air, and produces more oxygen than trees. Doesn't need pesticides and all of that, and takes less water. Anyways, we don't. another story for another day. But they're basically excited because they didn't realize, right? They were being programmed a certain way to do things a certain way, and they were in the beginning of the whole marketing. It was like the beginning of the 1900s or whatever, the end of the 1800s is when like big pharma started, and like they were the test dummies essentially, right? It's like the governments, the systems, the corporations, and everything we're seeing, like, how do they test people, just like they do in Silicon Valley now, where they're seeing like how they can put the right ads so you buy the right thing. It's like they were doing that, but they were the beginning of that, right? And so they're really excited because what they didn't have the toolboxes for, like understanding how to heal the trauma, the PTSD, instead of just being angry and dealing with it and making them go away or putting them in the room or just being like whatever, or putting people on fucking medications that end up fucking they get addicted to or ruining their lives, or who fucking knows, they might even end up dying from them, who knows, right? um but it's like there is these much more sustainable natural ways, you know so yeah, a lot of these people are not human, they're NPCs, and a lot of them are being controlled. So the AI order, the transhuman, okay, the transhumanization movement is actually done by the draconians. Okay, now draconians are a little bit different than reptilians, but they're still a type of reptile. And so with the more of the reptilian brain energy, they're about feeding, fucking, and fighting. Okay, they're baseline responses. So that's how they operate. So people that are stuck on addictions, people that just want to eat, that are just, like maybe they're really big or they're really fat or they're really heavy because all they do is eat, or all they do is binge watch things, or binge eat, or fuck, 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 or you know what I'm saying? Just porn, 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 video games, video, whatever. This is reptilian brain, and this can be the draconians as well, but they're the ones that are controlling and manipulating the AI. So what they showed me last year about this is that all of the devices, all of the media, all of this stuff, that's what they run. They're in control of all of that. So unless we start, for instance, that's why I love to share people like, why you always share these weird people shit? And I'm like, because the reality is at least these people are fucking creating content to share what's going on. Because we can't just pretend like nothing's fucking happening. That's spiritual bypassing. You can't just love and light the fuck out of everything. You can keep giving love and keep maintaining that frequency of love. But guess what? Does a mother that loves her child that someone's going to fucking rape or steal, is she like, oh my God, that's my baby, can you give it back to me? Or is she like, motherfucker, I'm gonna kill you if you touch my child? Yeah, that's right. So love is not just like spirituality, just like, yeah, because I love you and I never let anybody hurt you. I know. It's not one, just like time is not just linear. And as we're coming to these higher levels of consciousness, the fourth and fifth densities, right? Everything is not the same linear as we've been told. Not everything that we've been taught is the way that it actually is. And so we need to start understanding that, right? Like in Lewis Carroll's book, and in Alice in the Adventures of Wonderland, or Through the Looking Glass, it's like everything as it is in reverse. And that's basically what it is. These are all just signs or signals. They've been writing about it and creating movies about it and doing all this stuff for an extended amount of time. They've been telling us that Greek mythology and that myths and all this other stuff, right? Folklore and all this other stuff is bullshit, but actually it's not, because they're writing about it in many different cultures. How do they even know about it? It just the person has a different name, or the story has a different premise, but it's like the same fucking thing in all the different civilizations and different parts of the planet. So actually, they've just been programming us to make us feel that, we're in control, we're under the control of man. But really, this is like what they state in the Bible, right? Like to worship man or a false idol. And that's basically what they've done. That's what the patriarchy did. They made the whole story about man, about Jesus. And if Jesus was an ascended master, it was never the fuck about him. He never wanted it to be about him. It was about him explaining to everybody, You can tap the divine. You also are a child of the divine. You also are divinity, incarnation in creation and form. And you have the ability to attain the knowledge, like the fool that obtains the knowledge. You have the same ability to do so as I do. And he went around healing people and teaching people that. He was a prophet. So he was sharing the truth. And that's why they crucified him. He didn't die for your sins. He was trying to tell everybody, you incarnating into this life is you're fulfilling karmic debt. You die for your own sins. I'm not dying for your sins. I'm dying for my sins, for all of my sins, for all of the sins of the world, all of the sins that were created, that we fucking experience in the world. That's what this world, this low frequency is about. The karmic retribution. So talk to your ancestors if you're feeling stuck, if you're tripping systems, or if something's happening. Pray, talk to your ancestors, put a candle on the altar, put something out that they liked, right? Like, I can't get any of the weird fucking candies or anything like that my grandfather used to like out here, but like I would get peanuts. He loved these fucking peanuts. He always actually had a jar like I have my candle in. It did have peanuts. I ate them all, and then I put the candle in it. That's so funny. But I put the candle in it like maybe, I don't know, a few weeks ago. But that's hilarious in its own right, right? I'm like, it has to be this one. So like this, and ask, right? Ask, can you please guide me? Like, um, what can you enlighten me on? What is part of my purpose or my journey or my soul's mission? Because they really are here, right? If your ancestors talk to you, you can tap your ancestors. They're working with your angels, they're working with your oversouls, they're working with your spirit guides. You got a whole team. Everybody got their own little team, bro. Like most people come with like 3 to 5, right? You'll have different ancestors or ancients or whatever that will come back. You'll have your like your oversoul, right? You maybe have one guide, maybe you have a couple guides, and and then you'll have like your angel. Maybe you have 2 angels. I don't know. Maybe you have a few. It depends on who you were in the spiritual realm, who you are, or what you've done throughout lifetimes. That's kind of how they were breaking it down to me. Love reigns overall. Love will always win because it's more powerful. But the thing is love, as we feel love, do we understand? Do we really understand what love is? Because how we have been treating people is not out of humanity, it's not out of a state of love. Belittling and treating women as not equal, like, that's not love. That's control, that's power, that's manipulation. That's abuse. So as long as the patriarchal system is running, we're not operating out of love. Yeah, right? We don't like that, huh? Yeah, we like love. Tell them. Say, I love you. That was kind of half-assed, but it's okay. Um, uh, you agree with me? Yeah. Yeah, they're reptilians. So the snakes are not bad, just so you know. This is something that the devil, I'm sorry, this is something that they demonized with the devil, which is not actually a reality. The snakes or the serpent, right? The Nagas, they're some of the most ancient, right? These primordial energies, right? And the actual story is, right, that the serpent came in and she got Eve to bite of the apple, but Eve was allowed to eat the apple. She wasn't given the command to not eat the apple. It was Adam that was given the command, and he didn't follow it. So then when he came across Eve eating it, she's like, "Oh, this is so good. You can see everything. It's amazing." He got her to eat it. He tricked her into eating it to see if they would actually die or not. He sacrificed her before she even knew what the fuck it was, because she was never informed. Or maybe she knew. Some stories say that Lilith was the snake. Lilith was actually who the divine created as Adam's equal. Now, if you guys actually have fucking studied religion, then you will understand that Eve was not Adam's first wife. Lilith and Adamel were created as equals out of clay, out of the earth, and they were equal. When Lilith refused to submit after already having submitted for an extended amount of time and bearing many children to Adam. She refused to submit, literally. She said, I don't want to be beneath you. I want to be on top for once. I want to ride the pony, right? And he said, no. And he cast her out. And then the whole patriarchy created her as this demonic succubus, whatever, because she said, I'm going back down to save my children. She said, fuck this. Because he said, I'll cast you out of the garden if you don't do as I say. She says, no, we are equals. I'm not subservient to you. I will happily leave if you do not recognize my equality in divinity. And that's basically what we're experiencing now, again, just so you know, because we're experiencing the collapse of the patriarchy. So it's got to go all the way back to the root point before it just cuts it off, before it nips it off at the bud. Clip those balls. So anyway, snakes aren't bad. Snakes are actually naga. And if you go back to Buddhism and Hinduism and more older religions, the snakes are actually the guardians of the highest of the Buddhas and the deities and all of that, because they learned from these higher level beings, because they have the seventh and eighth and ninth senses. They can sense into these next realms where humans could not. So they have higher senses. So they're actually known as the Nagas. The Nagas. So in Indonesian, it also means dragon. So the dragons, the primordial spirits. So the snakes aren't actually bad. And they were said that the snake was Lilith that actually came back into the garden, right, to free Eve. To get her girl to come back down, to get her girl, come on down here. We got to rescue all the children. We got a matriarchy meow down here in the 3D on this planet, because all the men been running that shit and all the children are dying. So you just come down here. We could just love it back up and get it all sprucey booshy and have a real nice garden. You want to help me? Fuck that dude. So yeah, that's basically what happened. So snakes are not bad. Now, there is snakes in the grass. There is people that act like this, and that's maybe where it came into play. But they're actually not bad. That was the patriarchy that created the serpent as the evil. But actually, the serpent is representatory of when the masculine and the feminine come together, and it's the Kundalini energy or the awakening, the same as the Caduceus, which is the knowledge. So the tree of knowledge, right? The tree of life is the same makeup within your body, the tree of knowledge of good and evil, also which God named Zoe, funny enough, right? Um, it has this, and it is the balance of the masculine and femininity. It's knowledge. It's also health, medicine, wellness. It's the activation. And that's why they wanted to create serpent is bad. Why did they create what is that? They created that group and they called it ISIS because they wanted to put a bad name. They wanted to start demonizing all the powerful goddesses, all the powerful energies, the ancient energies. They wanted to start associating them with bad, like the symbols, the symbolism, especially like out here. Okay, so I live in Indonesia, right? I live in Bali, Indonesia, which is mostly it's like 87% Hindu. Okay, like Balinese Hindu, so it's a little bit different. But they have these symbols all over. And I think it's really beautiful, but many people get a little bit upset about it because it looks like a swastika. Now, they stole that symbol because it actually used to be something very sacred. So anyways, this is where I'm talking about is men that come in control and come in power. They start using sacred symbols, especially that were from powerful feminine and things like this, creation itself, and they rebrand it or whatever as something evil. And that's how these dark cult motherfuckers take control and suck your life force energy because you're agreeing to it. But yeah, You wouldn't want your grandpa greats to even fight this war. Well, here's the thing. It potentially, like, if we don't do something and we let these cockfucks keep running shit, and we're just like, oh my God, it's inevitable that they're gonna drop a nuke, or we just fucking take them out and that's it. Then we don't have to worry about that anymore. It's a choice. So either you're fucking actively agreeing to the foreseeable nuclear holocaust, or you're dreaming and actively doing something for this beautiful utopian future, which I see. So it's not about, yeah, you want to keep every day, hold that vision of what it looks like. Hold the vision. Don't always go to the negativity. Now, I can take the information and not have to be like, ah, even though you guys may feel like I'm like that, but I'm like that because somebody is whatever. You don't like how I'm speaking? That's not my fucking problem. That's your problem. I didn't tell you to sit here and listen to me. That's your problem. That's your choice you're making. So that's like being like, okay, guys, I'm done listening. I don't like how you sound. I'm going to go over here and piss my pants. Like, we don't care, bro. We don't care. And that's why most women like to tell men to shut the fuck up. Like, I don't have a hatred towards men, but I do have a strong push towards feminism. And it's not to hate men, it's to help to heal men, because they are some of the biggest victims of patriarchy as well. Not as equal as women, that's for fucking sure, but they have been manipulated and they have been trained and taught to manipulate. Okay. And it is a larger system that we're just bridging, we're growing out of, but we can grow together. We can say, okay, we're not. And this is what I'm saying is that everybody can fight this thing. He put these people in these positions of lieutenant colonels. I'm sorry, like the Constitution, like the militaries can block that. Like, if it were me, just to be completely honest, like I'm one person, but like I grew up like all the time. Like I had a bike on the base at Camp Pendleton. Like, bro, I used to stay beachfront over there. Like my grandpa had the camper down there and stuff. Like we take the Airstream and stuff. Like if it were me, I would literally just like schedule an entire like fucking walkout, or I would do something. Like, you guys can do something. You guys have some type of fucking rights, to be honest. Like, I can't do much because like I don't have an active US number and I can't do fucking much. Okay? Calls go farther than emails. But there's not a lot I can do, right? From the opposite side of the world. Except for share. But I would just be like, I would just do like a fucking everybody in the military just say we're fucking done. I mean, here's the thing. They're already preparing for that, and that's why they're preparing the fucking these death bots and all of this stuff, and that's why they're putting all these AI people in there, right? Because they've already said Palantir and all that, like they are war bots. Have you guys seen any of these future dystopian movies like iRobot or any of this shit? Like, are you serious? Like somebody do something. We don't need we like what do we even need the military for? It should be for protection in case there's something that crazy that happens, but like why do we need to be fighting other countries for what? For fucking what? For power? For control? Like women wouldn't be fucking fighting like this. We would just be like, "What do you need?" Oh, oh, you need this much oil and you need that much sugar and you need a little bit of flour. No worries, neighbor. We got you. But what do you got that we need? Oh, okay, we need some of that. We need some of that tea. We need some of that saffron. We need some of those spices or those tropical fruit, whatever the fuck it is. Like it shouldn't be that complicated. It's really not. It's only about a power and money grab. And anybody who keeps backing it up is just backing up these demonic pedo fucking baby fucker eaters. Like, I'm sorry, but not sorry. Like, no. That's what my ancestor said is like, we fucking fought our whole lives and they're putting people in positions that take 30 fucking years to achieve that don't deserve that position. Remove them. Like, they're fucking fit to be tied, bro. They're not rolling in their graves. They're gonna start fucking zombie apocalypsing, bro. Like, not even joking. Like, and they're gonna start popping through. So just so you can understand, now that everybody's like, oh, okay, I'm just because that's what the draconian order is, by keeping people on the AI or by keeping people on the media where people aren't actually whatever, but it's AI where it's not real substance, right? Not real substance or real people. It's just like, you know, like they can pop through. It's basically, you're basically parking your vehicle to charge. Imagine putting your vehicle at a charging station or something, like if you have an electrical vehicle. Imagine parking your spaceship, and then you come back and fucking Han Solo stole it, bro. Like that's what they're doing. They're literally, because they have the ability to make to make this balance. They've been given the cosmic okay, like Sky Daddy or whatever, Space Daddy, whatever, Cosmic Daddy, whatever you want to call it, they say, yeah, they had a whole fucking like cosmic court, right? And all of them basically were like, yeah, 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 nah, 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 nah. And so they're balancing it out, because the ones that were chosen, the ones that were supposed to be doing whatever, they've been being attacked and berated and all of this stuff. And so now these ancestors are allowed to actively like inflict larger amounts to assist the rate or speed of the karma coming into play. And I'd never ever heard or seen anything like this, but they were like fucking having a party about it last night, bro. Like they were like fucking, like they won the fucking case, like they won the trial of the fucking century, bro. Like they were going nuts. It was crazy, right? It's crazy, but no, I don't believe that it's going to be um, a nuclear war, because I don't put that belief into the spectrum. And you shouldn't put that belief into the spectrum, because you're posting that flag in the quantum future. You don't want to do that. These motherfuckers are psycho. They're trying. You change the spell. When you say it's going to be this anyways, you're speaking in definitives. What I'm saying is, do you know what these sick fucks are attempting to do? And while we still have the capacity to stop them, like, can we? I'm not admitting defeat or a fucking fallout. Like, like, no. I don't see that. I see the world being very awake right now, and that's why they're fucking scared, and that's why they're training robots, because all the people on the Navy ships were fucking flushing their shit and putting spray foam, because they're like, we don't agree with what they're trying to give us orders to, but they don't want the dishonorable discharge. And when the people that are high up that have been there 30 to 50 years are fucking walking out, and this dick is putting these people in like that, no, bro. Like, you guys, get this dude the fuck out of there now. Like now. Like you can do that. You don't have to wait until the election. Like you can do that. You can do that. It's called the 25th Amendment, Section 4. Stay woke. So, anyways, um, dishonor. Yeah, dishonorable discharge. That's what all these people that served their whole lives for the military had to take, because they were against what this clown was trying to fucking do. And I believe that all those people, all of them, there's like, I want to say there's like 10 or 16 or maybe more of these high ranking military personnel that just said, fuck you, fuck no, fuck this, I'm fucking out. And they took the fine. They said, well, you're gonna lose your rank, you're gonna be dishonorably discharged. And they said, fine, fucking cool, because I'm not gonna participate in fucking genocide. I'm not gonna participate in megalomaniacs warmongering. It's a choice. Like, and if you are not saying actively that you're against it, then you're on the wrong side, because not all wars are fought with fucking guns, right? I'm over here fighting with the phone, because why? Because more people like to sit and fight like this. So take all your little Karen energy and put it towards something that fucking matters, instead of talking shit on people that are out here doing something go fucking take that same energy and that same fucking gusto and go put it towards something to help it change and be better. Like it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like it's only as hard as you make it, just like a dick. Like you can make it limp real fucking quick. By bringing up stuff that its ego doesn't want to hear. And then, pew, boop, the micro and the macro, bitches, the micro and the macro. Just to be funny. Just to be funny with it. Just to be funny with it. While we're talking about the patriarchy. So anyway, dishonor, the earth tap, going down and around. I mean, the Earth is kind of like Earth School, but it's also kind of like a prison. It's like a kind of like a prison planet. So it's like where people get to come to fulfill, to clear karma faster, to learn, to feel, to experience emotion, to do different things, but also to clear karma. So maybe you had karma, maybe you blew up another fucking planet, maybe you committed genocide on another civilization or species. We don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I know about my lives and other people that I helped move back through their past lives, but like, what I'm saying is, this is kind of like a prison planet in a certain type of way where, yeah, we are here to fulfill or to pay or to resend karmic debt. Skedaddle, dude. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Lexi. I saw somebody when they first came on fucking throwing up, which is funny. I'm just like, damn fool. What, you pregnant? Go to the doctor and get the fuck off of YouTube. Like what, how you gonna click on something just to fucking talk shit? Like you really got nothing better to do? That shows the quality of your existence. Like if you're gonna for instance, guys, like you want to be positive and loving, like go through people's feeds, right? Like I have this one follower, um, believe, okay? And always they're just always like dropping hearts and saying, oh, this is really cool. And like sometimes when they get bored, they go and they watch old videos. They're like, damn, dude, you've been delivering like fucking fire content for forever. Like people would just be fucking trolling and hating. I'm like, yeah, she's by you just keep doing it. I was like, I don't care about them. My soul's purpose and mission has nothing to do with all these fucking haters, bro. Like that's their problem, not fucking mine, not my problem. I'm just the messenger, right? You know how many messengers were fucking attacked or shot or probably maimed or murdered in the process of delivering messages? Like, I'm grateful to be alive in this time where we can deliver messages like this and we can avoid or evade a lot of that fucking crazy shit with people's, especially male kings, temper tantrums of just fucking killing or shooting the person before they realize that that person didn't even know what the fucking message said. It was just delivering a fucking letter, right? It's like this. So you guys have to, something like this. Romanians invented vulgarity. You like her too, yeah. Um, yeah, speak up. Like, and the thing is like, we don't have to be like, oh, da, da, da. We just have to say, okay, so this is something that is really, like, it gives me so many goosebumps, you guys. Um, Something that keeps coming up, and I've been attempting to convey to people. So they've been showing us for an extended amount of time that they're doing it. They've been putting it in our movies. They've been putting the symbols, right? Like all this crazy stuff, right? And in the food, even the McDonald's golden arches. This is from a fucking dark magic book. Literally. It's golden arched M. It looks identical, bro. They've been putting it in our face all this time, and as long as they're making it known, then to some extent, to some portion, then they can get away with it. So the point is, how I'm attempting to eloquently deliver the message is like this: either you're saying that you don't agree, right? You're saying that I rebuke or revoke, I am no longer to this agenda, I'm stating my sovereignty, canceling any previous contracts that were made in any previous times or lifetime, whatever, and you need to state that. but like allowed. It's a spell, right? Because otherwise, what you're doing is you're consenting. So either you state your non consent to being ratted. So it's just like this. I no longer consent to be under operation of government, patriarchy, I don't know, corruption, anything like this, right? That is operating under these circumstances of doing all of these things. I rebuke, revoke any fucking agreements, and I no longer accept this as my truth or my world or my future. So mote it be. Just speak that out. Because what happens is when you don't say something about something when they show you, then you're just consenting. No response is a response. Have you guys heard that? No response is a response. So just because you didn't say, I consent to pedophilia, if you're not saying, I don't consent to this, how can we change this in some small way, whatever it is, right? Then you're consenting to it. You're in concurrence. Does that make sense? Baby, please stop. Please stop. So it's really important that everybody understands that because we really have to speak up. Now, we don't have to go out and protest and do all of this, right? We can just say, um, I start, speak it out loud. Words are spelled is why it's called spelling, right? You're spelling it out loud. Write it down, write all the stuff down and then speak it out loud. Make a little voice note or whatever you got to do. I don't know, but I think it's really important that a lot of the light workers really understand that because people are like, oh, well, I just like to prefer to like focus on the positive future that I want to bring into alignment. And that way it comes into alignment. Yes, yes, 100, but you cannot spiritually bypass. So, and here's something interesting. So I attempted that. So I've been out in Indonesia for like 6 or 7 years. I don't even know how long anymore, but um I've been out here, right? And a few years ago, my friends started going like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And everything they were showing was about the fucking genocide, the war in Gaza. And they're like, you need to share this, you need to this, and you need to that, and blah, blah, blah. And they were so intense. And it was so intense. But the way that they were showing it was just like all these people dying and blah, blah. And I understand the impact of it. I get the point. And so but I told these people we need to start focusing on the resolution, like what we want to happen, not all of the bad things that are happening. Because when we're hyper fixated on the bad things happening instead of the solution, we're perpetuating it. Also, it's the same when we ignore it, we're fucking rapidly perpetuating it. So I attempted doing that, and people are like, oh, well, you're spiritually bypassing and all this shit. And I'm like, I don't believe that like projecting a beautiful future is spiritually bypassing. Now, in the last year, I just started fucking speaking up about everything. Now look at the way of the world. Now there's a lot of astrological shifts where people want something new to happen, but now the whole fucking world, right? They're really fucking aware. Everybody's aware of the genocides. Everybody is aware of where people are going hungry and people are fucking starving and where all of Cuba's fucking shut down and where fucking Trump Dumpty is doing a bunch of this dumb shit, right? Like people are aware now. It's now instead of like, oh, I don't want to talk about politics. It's like, oh, who's creating the community garden and blah 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 blah. Like these are other ways that you can actually do something. You can say, oh well, I would like to host like an after school program for the kids, or I would like to, oh, I know how to grow, or oh, I have an area for a community garden if everybody wants to bring stuff and contribute and help to take care, like there's solutions. So how we stay out of the hyper fixation of the negativity is to one, speak it, but then to create solutions, because wherever there's a problem, there is also always a solution, because we're still in a state of polarity and in third density, which is duality. So something like this. Um, I don't know who you are, Larry Mitchell, but you haven't had anything helpful or nice to say, so you can go bye bye. Thank you, Katrina. Yeah, I mean that's the reality. We have to tell them, Aquarius New Age, androgynous. I don't know who's androgynous. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you guys were talking about what I was going off a long time ago. Yeah, yeah, okay. Now I understand. Um, 83, what's up? Pet rocks. Yeah, 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 yeah. All the advertising, the new world. Yeah, yeah, okay. So, anyways, yes, I'm glad that, see, so for many people, right, there's many people that are, on this, right? And that are understanding, right? Yeah, my cat talks. She's hilarious, actually. Do you talk? Are you talking, cat? Do you say yes and do you say no? She tells people fucking no, hardcore no. My friend was like, "Was that a no?" And I was like, "Did you just tell them no?" And I'll be like, "Ask her again." And she'll be like, "No." She's fucking smart. My cat is more intelligent than most people, and she understands Italian, English, Indonesian, and French. Like she understands and responds to more languages probably than most people as well. So she's smart. Um, Mark Antoine Houston, you tried to call me yesterday? I don't know. Nobody called me. Nobody can call me. My phone's disconnected. My phone number is disconnected. Unless you have my private unless you have my private shit on on my messaging app, like you probably can't call me. But did someone give you a number? I'm interested, Mark Houston. I'm interested because there is people that are creating other profiles and different shit like this with me and even my voice. I know why, because when I'm not yelling, it's generally soothing. But yeah, I'm not sure who you are. Um, you just subscribed. How you just subscribe? But you called me yesterday. What the fuck you talking about? If you want to try to talk or chat or leave a personal message, because this is where I work, you can go to the information box below. You can find my Instagrams and you can write me over there. You can write me on the Instagram or you can find my email below. You can send an email if you want to actually chat. If you found me on like an app or something like this, right? Um, then yeah, and you're trying to hang out, right? You're trying to hang out. Like I put on one of the apps. I put on a first. I never really did dating apps, right? But my friend was like, "You need to make me friends." Okay, I'll make new friends, whatever. So yeah, I put on the Bumble app. Yeah, I put on the Bumble app my my YouTube channel, and I'm like, listen, because I got sick chatting with fucking people. Like if you want to come to my channel and you want to listen to what I have to say for a little bit, and you think that you still want to hang out or talk to me after knowing how much I have to say and how opinionated I am, and then you want to go out, then you can message me on my Instagram. My Instagram's box. But most people, a lot of men, don't like such opinionated women, and that's why I just say, okay, you can come here. This is my Zed talks, right? If you don't like what I have, people like too much vulgarity. That's great. Like, who fucking cares? Swipe on, like, move on, bro. Like, you have made all the effort to come all the way over here. Like, I don't care because a lot of things can change, right? Like, I work with children, so I can manage my vulgarity also, if I get paid, for sure. 100, no problem. I can speak super proper. I can even do voices if you want, but that costs extra. But no, I don't do any weird things. I think sometimes when people come over here, they think I'm like a fucking cam girl or something because there is people that created other fucking sites. My fucking ex with his fucking revenge porn, but I'm gonna have his dick in a jar for that, and I'll show you guys that when it happens. So and his friend that encouraged it. His friends that encouraged it will have a little thing so you can see. It'll be funny, like a boop boop boop. It'll be hilarious. Thank you for the subscribe, you guys. Uh, um, Adam Mars, even Lilith are from Venus. Well, the thing is what was existing here on this planet. Actually, this is something interesting. Who is this? Steve. Hey, Steve, you got a lot to say. Kung Fu. Um, so anyways, this was a planet that was more feminine in nature, and they were like between 6 and 9 densities, right? So they were just more loving, more feminine in nature, right? And when they blew up fucking Mars, when they had that whole war, when the men on Mars, when the Martians did that, they came over here, they opened a Merkaba and they fucking hopped over here and they did what they do. They did what they do, assert power and control and dominance and fucking trick and manipulate these very, this movie, what's this movie? The Never-Ending Story, The Childlike Empress. This is what they were showing me when I was like downloading this like a couple weeks ago, or a week ago, or something like this. And the Childlike Empress is basically like the level of, um, um, yeah. So basically, if you imagine like maybe like a 13, and don't be fucking weird and creepy, people. Okay, this is exactly what we don't need in the world. But basically, like maybe like a 13 to 17-year-old girl before she's been fucking deceived and raped and before all this bad shit has happened, right? Where they're like, oh my God, everything is love and everything is this and that, da, 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 like before they become, and I don't mean when they get angry and start raging, that's generally because it's a hormonal thing and dudes are doing weird stuff to a fully feminine planet. Before the Martians invaded, it was a feminine planet, and they were advanced. They were spiritually, emotional, like advanced, right? They knew a lot of information, but they were maybe like at this childlike, right? Like the childlike empress. They were at this stage, right? So they were very trusting. And they're like, oh, we're going to do this because of that. And well, we're going to do this because of this. And well, we're going to do, and so they started taking over until there was the whole thing. And like, boom, that's boom, boom, boom. They try to make another Merkaba and they try to blow this fucking comet out of the fucking sky. And instead it fucking hit and try to open the Merkaba and it fucking exploded and Atlantis fucking dropped. Why? We dropped the level of consciousness because they were more concerned about control, power, manipulation, dominance. So we went from maybe like a ninth to seventh density, all the way down to third density. But what we're reactivating now is in the DNA and in the stranding and stuff like this. What we're reactivating at this point is basically the what was active during the Atlantean and Lemurian time, right? The Lemurian was very loving. It was a very feminine in nature. They didn't believe, like they were childlike in nature to believe that other people them, you know? It's like a certain type of naivety, right? A childlike naivety before they realize that, oh, their best friend is trying to do this or trying to get their boyfriend, whatever weird fucking shit that happens, right? To teenagers. I don't really know, but this is a long time ago for me. But and then they go through all this dark stuff. And in that process, they become a little bit more jaded, right? We become a little bit more jaded and disgruntled as life goes on because we have a lot more weird fucking lessons that we learn. And so, anyways, um, yeah, it's just a big thing. It's just a big thing going on. Bro, what are you doing? Don't knock over my Palo Santo. You want to go outside? Hold on one second, you guys. She's like going nuts. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, go out. You're gonna go out, and then when I'm done, you can come back, and I'll give you a treat. Go on. Stop being a menace. Don't be a menace to society, bro. Don't be a menace to society while just okay. So let's pull out the so many cards. So many cards, and I'm like, I need new cards. Um, Well then, don't be here. Loyalty is royalty. Bye. Like, do you even know, Miss whoever you are, loyalty is royalty? Did you look that up? Deuter? Do you even know what it is? Deuteronomy? Do you even know what it is? Do you know about the Bible? Because I'm pretty sure it's, is it Proverbs? I'm pretty sure it's Proverbs. It says we don't judge other people, right? They talk about not leaving people to be hungry, not judging other people, not leaving the poor out, and all this stuff. You want to talk about the Bible? Do you even know the books of the Bible, or did you just fucking Google that shit? Did you chat GPT that shit, or what, bitch? Like, what the fuck? Like, you don't need to come in here and drop Bible verses. I probably have memorized more Bible verses. I've studied more fucking religions than you ever have or you ever will. And that book is a fabrication that was rewritten by Constantine and King James to fucking inflict the patriarchy on you. So anybody that's still upholding shit to attack other people that God chose to be their prophets is a fucking moron, and you should get the fuck out of here anyways. But in case you're wondering, Deuteronomy, do you even know what book comes after Deuteronomy? Joshua, do you know what comes after that? Judges, do you know what comes after that? Ruth. Do you even know the fucking Bible? Because I do. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy is what? The 5th book. Did you even know that? No, dumbass. Get the fuck out of here with your dumb shit. Because I know. I don't talk about shit I don't fucking know. Even when I'm going to say something, if I don't quite remember, I'll look it up right the fuck in front of you because I'm real. But I don't need to look up Bible verses because I talk to God directly through many different religions. And monotheism is bullshit. So, welcome. Okay? So they took women out and rewrote the Bible, Warriors of Alexandria, because they didn't like that women could do divination. They didn't like that women could study astrology. They didn't like that they could do predictions and do all of that shit. And that's why the Bible was rewritten like that. So if you want to go thump, go call your husband or your wife and get the fuck off of my page. Ciao for meow, bitches. Anyways, guys, welcome to my show. You want to go teach Bible study? You go down to your church and teach Bible study, bitch. I did it for 4 years. So suck a dick and keep your mouth closed. Instead, either watch the show or go somewhere else. Go to church. Go to church. Or if you're here, keep a dick in your mouth or your Karen fingers fucking in your mittens and fucking watch. Otherwise, go watch somebody else. It's just that simple. Nobody asked you to be here. Like I said, didn't your mommy ever teach you? Didn't you ever learn the golden rule? Do unto others if you would have others do to you. So karma's a bitch. I hope it comes back and slaps your ass. Number one. Number two, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, then don't say fucking nothing at all. Don't be coming over here. You don't see me coming up into your shit, talking shit. Why would I? Nobody has any fucking business. If you don't have something nice to say, fucking swipe on. Keep scrolling. Go be a dick to your husband or your wife. Or fucking go suck one. Whatever you got to do to make yourself feel better. I don't care if you're a man or a woman or whatever you are. But you can fucking suck it, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here with your dumb shit. Because you fucking copied that. It took you what? Fucking 20 minutes just to find all of that and then to fucking type it in here or to copy it and put it in here? Like, bro, go fill out a work form because you want to be a Bible teacher. Nigga, you ain't teaching Bible on the fucking YouTube unless you're like a reverend or a priest. But I'm a high priestess. And in Hindu religion, we have priests and high priestesses. We don't have fucking patriarchy bullshit. Stay woke. Learn you some knowledge. You probably just white. It's okay. It's okay. And I mean that kindly, but I mean, you guys have been fucking brainwashed and you let your people brainwash you and you don't even question it. You don't even cite your source. You don't even see where that information comes from. You just be out here, diarrhea of the mouth, Karen of your fingers.
saying shit like, if you don't believe in divination and you think it's the devil's work, then why the fuck are you on YouTube watching tarot readers? And why are they even in your feed? Because you're going on to do the Lord's work now, fool. The tarot readers are doing more of the Lord's work than you are, because we ain't out here attacking other people. We're just delivering the messages that are coming to us. And that's our fucking right. That's our right to do what makes us happy. So fuck off. God gives different gifts to different people. You know how many gifts I have? A lot. But you know what they want me to do? Channel. So that's what I do. And you know what? My grandmother came straight from fucking Italy, bro. My family's from Calabria, okay? Where the witches and the warlords, where the mafia and the witches fucking come from, bitch. That's why I'm a spiritual gangster. Because this is a spiritual war and we ain't pussyfooting around like we got to do some different shit, fool. We're not like, what? That shit was written how many years ago? Oh, wait, you don't even know. You don't even know when it was written, because you probably don't even know that Constantine the First and King James rewrote that shit to make you scared. And that's why they wrote that verse in there. So learn you some fucking knowledge before you try to drop some fucking knowledge to anybody else. Don't be fucking spreading false information. Fucking fake news. Get out. Later, bitch. Have a nice life. May you have the life that you deserve. Smoochy boochies. Hey, Mama. Thank you for my makeup and my I have PayPal. It's in the information box below. I don't know if you're scrolling and you just found me, but yeah, I have PayPal and I'm doing a 5 on it reading raffle. So go and look in the link below and you can see that if you donate 5, you can ask a fucking question and put your name in the raffle. I'm just trying to get 25 people. That way I'm giving away some free readings from my people, some free 5 free 25-minute readings, because I give away a free reading every time I hit 100 people. But I had so much shit going on this last year. I've been whatever, and I've had so many beautiful, new, lovely um, creatures that have been subscribing to the Soul Fam here. So I appreciate you and love you, and I like to give back, right? Because we have to give if we want to receive, and that's just the way it works. So whatever the thing is that you want to achieve, you have to be willing to give something, right? So because I love doing this, like I come on here and I do it, and I give my time and my energy, not attacking people, just sharing information. And if you feel attacked by something, then go away. That's your choice. That is your free will. Like if I was sitting somewhere and I didn't like what people were saying, like I would just change the radio station if I was fucking sitting there and I was holding the device. But if I was sitting in an actual place and I didn't like what they were fucking saying, I would get up and walk my fat ass out. I wouldn't sit there and be like, I don't like what you're fucking saying. How you look, how you saying it. Then why the fuck you here? Get the fuck on. Don't tell everybody about it. Like, grow up. What the fuck? You need that much attention or what? There, you had it. You had it. You disrupted everything. You guys glad? uh, loyalty is royalty. One clearly closed mind program by men. Go figure. Yeah, exactly. Who's this? Katrina. You're right. You're right. My cat is cute, but she's being a little butt. Um, never fear, Steve is here after school. Uh, yeah, you know, like that. What was school special or something like that? There's something like this, right? And there is another one. I'll have to think of what they are and share them with you guys. But there was some actually like pretty dope like YouTube series that were sharing some dope stuff that was like this. And this is how we could do it. It's like you don't have to be abrasive and graphic like me, you can be like make a little cartoon, or you can just be like boo boo boo, make some little cat. It doesn't matter. Like it's about we're all collectively deciding to state our sovereignty, and we're like, you know what, we're good. History repeats itself and it hasn't proven to be comfortable or good or productive. So her story repairs itself. So yes, matriarchy Mao. Okay, bro. Matriarchy isn't to control or to hurt men. Matriarchy also puts men and their emotions and their feelings and their needs important too. We don't do, see, the reason why men are so afraid, the reason why people that have been running on the patriarchy are so afraid of the matriarchy. Let me just break it down real fucking quick. Because ego hasn't actually studied it. They don't actually understand what matriarchy is. And because the patriarchy has belittled and dehumanized women for so long that they just assume that matriarchy is the end verse, but it's not. It's absolutely not. It's just centering like humanity. It's centering children, women, nature, and base needs, right? Emotional, physical, mental, like everybody's fed, everybody's safe, everybody has school, everybody has access to healthcare, like the children are safe. It's more of a communal situation. It takes a community. Like that's what matriarchy is. It's not like it's not chopping off dudes' dicks. That's just gonna be me later for the people that that fuck with my character, like that try to slander my my divinity, because I ain't never done nothing like that. And if anybody is seeing any of that shit, like if you're seeing anything that's like what is that shit called? OnlyFans or any other pages or any fucking pornography or anything, like chances are number one is probably a AI generated 100%. It was not me. Like, and if it wasn't, then like either they drugged and raped me or maybe they were videoing me without my consent. But uh, in any case, if you guys are seeing me anywhere else besides here, Divinity Within Thee is the only place where I go live. I have my own personal channel that has like 17 followers. You guys can check it out. It's under my name, Zoe Shanae. But other than that, I have my Instagrams, which are listed below. And other than that, I have nothing. I don't have TikToks. I don't do cam girl shit. I do none of that. I would never sell my body, my temple for fucking money. I would never post it because I like to maintain what is magical, right? Womb man. The man came from the womb. This is the magical portal. So I ain't trying to taint that. I ain't trying to, no. But haters be out there doing it. So if you guys are seeing that, because I am dealing with a lot of legalities, like drop me a line, drop me an email or whatever, and like tell me about it, please. Like, and don't go out creating one to like get a reward, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, figure it out. You see this? See this guy over here, Steve is over here, like I'm ready to wipe you up. That's what I'm saying. Ever been in Chicagoland? Um, in Chicago? Chicago? Like I've been to Chicago. Home of house music, bro. China or Lumerians. I think some of them. I think a lot of some of like the Asian species and stuff like this. Asian species. I mean, that's what I call them. I'm like alien, bro, or something. Like I'm always talking. But yeah, I think that they definitely are. And I think that a lot of like the what do you call it? So a lot of us came from Sirius, but excuse me, we're not all Syrian in nature. We became Syrian, right? Like Lyran, like I'm pretty sure like we went through different planets and then we ended up, right? We ended up in like Series B or Series C or something like that. But there was like um four main species that were there before they started coming here, right? It was like the tall Elfian people, like what you see in Lord of the Rings, right? Like they were like more in forest tree dwelling. That's what their planets kind of look like. And then there was like the mer people or the more like sea or aquatic people. And there was mm, there was another species. I want to say they were kind of like more more slender, more nondescript, but blue. And um I want to say somebody else besides the Lyrans. The Lyrans are like the cat-headed ones, right? So But somebody else, another one, I can't think right now, but just because it's like on another, but the reality is they started to come down here. So a lot of it, that's why a lot of our seat, like for instance, maybe Africa and different stuff like this is coming from Sirius and coming is like spawned from Lyran DNA, right? And the Anunnaki, again, they were more like this masculine, this dominant masculine energy that came down and they try to hybrid when they shouldn't have been. Like they weren't allowed. It's like, don't cross. This is an experimentation zone. And like, what if we try this? Yeah. So they like broke some type of like cosmic law in the process or whatever. And yeah. But the thing is I think even after Atlantis that we weren't in that low of a density. I think maybe we were like in fourth or fifth density. And then when they try to reactivate the Merkaba, because it'd been so long, they didn't really remember how to do it. And it kind of like reverse fucking fired on them, backfired on them and created like a bigger problem. And when that happened, I think is like when they blew some type of um I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember when they gave me this whole download. They blew some type of hole or something. They created some type of portal, right? And all of these lower frequency entities that were like from first, second, third density, whatever, started coming through until it kind of like lowered the consciousness of the planet. And they were like working to try to close it. And so we've been literally cleaning up that mess all of this time. And that was a masculine thing. Just so you guys know, not I don't hate men. I don't hate men. I like men, right? I want to wipe up some dude too. That's cool. Like I'm about it. It's okay. Like it's cool. Like I know that I'll birth future profits, whether it's via here and people profiting out or whether I birth profits. It doesn't matter. Like I understand that we're still in a state of polarity and duality, right? So I think that it's important because I think that there's a lot of people that are really not into um, birthing or continuing, and we went from we're like at like 20%. We're at like 20%, right? Like in the 50s, we're like at 93% or something of women were getting married and having children. And now we're like at like 20%. By the time they're like having been married and having children or something, by the time they're like 35 or something. And now we're like at 20%. And it's not because women don't want children, it's because we don't want to perpetuate this fucking trauma. But if we work together, and it takes men and women working together and understanding that the children, not the power, not the money, not the capitalistic, not the rain, not all this other bullshit, but like the children is the future, right? We're borrowing time. We're on borrowed time from the children. But if we don't do something, and this is the thing, is like most people have just been on their own fucking selfish ass note. And that's what was kind of programmed in. You know, it's programmed. Forgive yourself, give yourself a little hug. You know, we're susceptible. We're all susceptible. We're humans. We're not perfect. We're humans, right? We're susceptible. We're here to learn and experience. That's what we're doing. This little earth school project. And so in this whole thing, give yourself some grace, but also like do your best, right? Just do your best. Like for me, I'm like, okay, I do my best to never buy anything in plastic, but like this the real good, the clean water, like I buy these big jugs, you know, it's like I don't know, I think it's like 19 or 21 liters, which is basically like to a somebody, if you're in America, this is like three and a half 3.5 gallons, almost 4 gallons, 3.75 gallons, something like this. um so something like that, I don't know. But I do that because because like water is life, because the memory and everything is stored in that. And I feel it. My skin changes, right? Like if I'm drinking the whatever water, like my skin, my hair, everything is totally affected by it. Also my mood, my sleep, everything. And so like you know, but I do my best to where I do my best, like not to buy like the small bottle or do any of this or to buy anything else with plastic. Now, can we be perfect about everything all the time? No, but we can do our best. We can be conscious about it. And that's what it is just staying awake instead of being like, oh, well, I'm just one person. I'm just one person fucking using every plastic straw. I'm just one person like taking away a little plastic bottle or whatever. Like just get a bottle that you can refill. Bro, get a bottle that you can refill, you know? And this is like whatever. Get a bottle that you can refill. Matriarchy meow. Start doing little things, small things. Stop going to fast food places that are feeding you human meat. There's something you can do. Stop using the normal AI. Use this one. Ecosia has AI. You can help to plant trees while using your AI instead of funding the people that are eating babies. You know, like there's little things, little things. You know, yeah, each to each his own. The micro and the macro. We don't have to be like go fucking vegan and on some crazy shit like off the bat, bro. Like baby steps. Like everybody has different capacities, and many people are just fucking waking up to all this stuff, and it's a lot to process. It's a lot. It's a lot. And it's just the generations that have been pushing it down, you know. And it's like, yeah, we thought in the whenever they started bringing out Tupperware and everything, we thought it was fucking great, but really, the glass was better. But really, when we started plastic packaging everything in plastic and single using it and blah 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 blah, it was fucking weird. Like out here, like in Asia, and I know it's not just in Indonesia, but I know it's they're using like they wrap everything up like in little banana leaves or whatever, and they fold it up, and it's like you take it to go, and they fold it up, and they put a little piece of broken bamboo that looks like a toothpick, and they put the little sauce, a little stuff in there, and and they send it. And that's what? Guess what? That's organic. It's going back to nature. We're now not using plastic. And we came out here as Westerners and be like, blah, 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 blah. There's all this fucking plastic trash. Well, where do you think that plastic trash came from? The colonization, bitch. You needing a plastic bottle of water instead of buying the 5 gallon when it's fucking $2. And even if you don't drink it all when you're here for the whatever, however many days you're here, donate it back to the fucking family. It's $3, bro. Like what? What? When each little thing that you buy is already $2 or $3 for the bottle, and you're just creating your part of the problem. Like buy yourself some type of cup or a bottle or something that has a lid, you know, spend that $5, that $10, and then buy the fucking 5 gallon jug of the water and just fucking fill your shit up and give it to the people there. Leave it there for the next, I don't fucking know, but there's people that don't have clean drinking water. So you need each one to be like, are you like, I'm super OCD, bro. I feel you. But like forever, I carried around like I have like a metal straw. I have a um a bamboo straw, right? I have chopsticks, and I carry this shit around. Why? Because I just always say no, no, please. I'm not. I please don't send any plastic silverware. Please don't send any packets. Please, like blah 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 blah. Like sometimes I give delivery drivers like a recyclable bag so they can carry it. That way they don't get the plastic bag from the people. A lot of places out here won't let you have them, but a lot only take them. But it's just little things. What can you start to do to stop agreeing to the state of the world, right? What can you do to stop agreeing to the state of the world? So, anyways, this is the longest I probably ever rant. Look at that. Look who pops out first. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Okay. Amazing. Oh my God. Okay. So this deck is actually called, for my Jesus lovers out there. This is the Angel Tarot. If you are new here, welcome. Okay. Normally I don't rant this long. Normally I'm reading cards like while I'm channeling or ranting or whatever you want to fucking break it down to. But yeah, something like this. Do you feel that more education about accepting gender fluidity would be part of the solution to the polarity? Okay. I'm going to say, I can say yes and no on this one. and not because I want to be politically correct, because I want to break it down for you guys. Now, I used to have friends that were so upset about that. Well, this and that and blah 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 blah. Like, okay, first of all, I think that there's a lot of medications and poisoning and a lot of bullshit that's going around that's poisoning this, right? They're poisoning, programming the mind. Okay, they chose to kind of come in and create that ripple effect. And I think the reason why it was created in the first place is to start letting people, to slowly start waking people up, right? Because the reality is we both possess, I mean, both, we each possess both masculine and feminine qualities. Right side is masculine, left side is feminine, okay? And so when we're out of balance in our masculinity or our femininity, then we may go more towards one or the other, especially if we're dealing with medications, hormones, antibiotics, or anything else like this. They can be a large factor. Okay. And a lot of the programming and the poisons and shit that are put in the foods and the drinks and stuff like this are doing that. And why do they want to do that? And I just want to break it down real quick for you guys, because what they want to do is they want to make men over emotional or over powerful or over weak. They want to make men like women. Why? Because spiritual warfare, men are supposed to be the protectors, the warriors, and women are supposed to be the creators, right? And so, but we have to have the protection. We have to feel safe to tap into the magic to create the protection, right? And right now, the way that society is gone is women. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Okay, I have to do that. So if you're new here, get your prison purses ready. Get your prison purses ready. Get your prison purses ready. Anyways, these motherfuckers be hating, right? But that's why I put the spells, the protection spells in the beginning. And you know what's funny is the neighbor is fucking like having the most crazy fucking cough. He's like fucking coughing all night, like him, like not breathe coughing, and he like not breathe coughing, and he's still over here fucking with my shit. You would think that he would just leave it alone. And this is how you know that's who's pissed off about it. And this is how you know they're angry, right? Because every time I say it, they're just like, rinse. So, anyways, if you're new here, it's a thing. Stay patient. If it stops, they're just fucking with the internet and it will come. I will come back on. Like yesterday, they just like it was incessant and I was running another feed. So I just fucking shut it off. But generally, I will come back on and say I'm going to come off or I'm going to come back on at another time. But yeah, it's an ongoing thing. So, anyways, I feel that people need to do the things that make them happy. If your expression is in a different sense, then yes, if you're not hurting or prey or to manipulate anybody else. Now, me personally, San Francisco, okay, so I'm not new to any type of uh gay, trans, whatever. I'm not like all the different things. Like I've seen it. We have like sex clubs and all this crazy stuff. Everybody can do whatever they want, right? So I've seen it all. I've experienced the, and I'm not judgmental like that. Just to be clear, but there is a sense of a AGENDA that they are running, and the reality is I do know, even though I know a lot that like to dress up. Hey, haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate. So, anyways, guys, um, I know asshole next door. Every time he starts having a coughing fit, he like disconnects the internet because he doesn't want you guys to know, like I said, that him and his family are receiving this maybe karmic sickness. That's what happens when you like, you know what they say in the Bible to whoever was out there before? Touch not my anointed and my prophetesses and propheters, for the wrath shall come upon you. Now, I don't know if it says the wrath shall come upon you, but that's like what they were telling me to say. So But that's the reality, right? So, anyways, yeah, the signal, it's not my signal. Just, it's not my signal. It's the people that have been gang stalking me and the people that hack my devices and all this other shit that have fucking that stole my identity and fuck with my accounts and have just been try to kill me. They poisoned me and my cat like 3 or 4 times. Like, it's not my signal. It's these fucking asshats. And that's why every time he goes into a coughing fit because he's hacking the internet, because he's hacking my device and my feed. So every time I speak about them or something that they're doing or their group is part of doing, they turn it off. Every time he has whatever a coughing fit because he's fucking sick. This dude is like he's like got like walking pneumonia or something. It's gonna kill him because he just thinks it's a fucking cough. Because they don't really realize that I tap primordial energy and that God chose me to deliver these messages. They just think I'm some angry woman fucking ranting about nothing. But I wouldn't continue to risk my life or to be labeled as like a domestic terrorist, like if I wasn't being guided to. And this isn't like some fucking schizophrenic shit, bro. Like this is real. This is real. So, anyways, we're gonna get to the cards really quick because I already pulled them and I want to just like show you guys. The first card that came out, which is interesting from the angel deck, is Satan. And what these people actually don't understand is even the demons, okay, they're not all bad. Okay, they're not all bad. But even the demons, even Satan himself, see how he's like this? They're in service to the light warriors. They are part of the rising of consciousness. Okay. So, like we were talking about before, everything is important because everything different things are catalysts. So gender fluidity and different things like this can be catalytic. I just look at it like this. If anybody comes on here and asks me if I'm a man, like they're probably a really effeminate man because no actual fucking man in his stated masculinity is going to think I'm a man. That's only one that has too much estrogen or is super fucking misogynistic because I have something to say that's going to say that because it's an attack, it's a manipulation. Like clearly I'm not a man. Clearly I'm not a man, bro. Like, but it doesn't matter. It's neither here nor there. The healing is part of it. Raphael, the angel of healing. So in this process, um, it's like all of these angels, whether they're high, the archangels, right? Like this Satan, he was an archangel. He's an archangel, and he similar to Lilith, decided to descend. He's like Hades. Someone has to rule the hellscape, which is this plane. And if people decide that they want to become whores and prostitutes and addicts and fucking murderers and whatever, that is their free will. And you have to understand this being a prison planet, there is a lot of people, a lot of dark energies that came from a lot of different places that are attempting to do some dark shit because they want to have the takeover. And they can be manipulated, especially addicts and junkies and people that are addicted to porn and video games, things like this that are really in the screen, right? Fake dopamine. Like they're really easy to be body snatched and they'll be completely awake while it's happening, which is even weirder. But also people that are like consistently on AI. Um, so because who it's controlled by, because every dollar, every click, everything is a vote, right? Like I wanted to delete a lot of these apps and I'm like, well, I don't like what I have all my businesses on Instagram and all this other shit, so I can't just delete them all because but yeah, okay, I can delete all the I's because those aren't necessary for me to do my job. There's little things that I can do. I cannot buy things from these people and that corporation, and I can be aware that there's fucking plastic in this and it's not real chocolate, and I can start understanding. that lots of things are poisoned and I don't want to be intaking them, whether it's music, food, media, right? And now the angel of the star of love. So somebody's wish or dream is coming through. There has been a lot of healing, okay? For many of you guys, collective, we have been healing from this darker nature, right? Many of you guys have healed from this dark night of the soul and you've come back. And now even it's like he's even proud. This fool is even proud. I know people think it's weird. Even he's proud. He's like, I think you'd be a good leader. Like I'm in service. Like bowing slightly, like that's crazy, right? So after all this dark stuff, and like Satan, this is the same as the devil, okay, in the regular tarot deck. And what that means is it's just things that are happening on this physical plane. So where before we were stuck on, uh, listening to the government, where where people maybe were porn addicts or sex addicts or fucking video game addicts or whatever, things that were keeping you stuck or grounded in this heavy third density, right? You've healed them, right? We finally healed this. We've seen the darkness. We've come past the dark night of the soul, and now we're healing that. See the snake? Again, see how the snake is indicative to healing and to the knowledge of healing, not the devil. See how the devil's here? Is there any snake here? Is there any snake near him? No. Fire. What is fire in the tarot? It's inspiration, right? It's our ideas, it's our passion, it's our inspiration. So if you're passionate just about watching porn or fucking, you know what I'm saying? Then that's your problem. That's your third party. That's your darkness that you have to figure out how to make peace with, right? So many of the collective has actually healed this, and they've healed it, and it's like this dream, this beautiful utopian dream or wish, whatever it is coming into play. This is the star, so this is about the wish, this is about the dream, this is about creating what we wanted, right? um Bringing it all in together. And then we have 2, 4, 6, 8 of hearts. Yeah, after we've walked away from something, after we've decided that this thing over here no longer serves us, because now we're in this state, we're in a more centered emotionally guided, not emotionally, not erratically emotionally dictated, but we're starting to see like, no, I don't like that. Like, actually, I don't want to hurt children. Actually, I don't want to kill animals. Actually, I don't want to rape people or murder whole tribes or people. Like, no, actually, no. And so we've moved away from that. We've walked away from that collectively, which is beautiful. And we're moving quickly towards this ending, okay? Not towards death. Now, some people that chose to walk away. Now, for some of you guys, some people did choose to walk away from their dream because they didn't want to heal, because they stayed true to Satan when they were offered the healing. And instead they missed their wish, right? Because they walked away, like they took a ride somewhere else. And those people that did that, those people that actively denied, right? There's like something that talks about in the Bible. I can't remember exactly where it is at this moment because I just don't fucking care. But they talk about like when you have truly seen divinity, or when you have truly spoken to the divine or God, whatever, right? And then you actively choose to deny it or walk away from it and its source, like there will be repercussions, right? Like you get one chance. So like for instance, whoever this was talking all this shit, like they're over here trying to preach to me when I'm fucking God's appointed apostle, like the prophet. Who the fuck are you? Because if the guides would have said, "Oh no, this person is this," or "No, just let it be or leave it alone," like yeah, but they say, "Oh no, tell this motherfucker off." Okay. Normally, I will just like delete it or I just scroll past it, like because there's so many fucking Jesus people that fucking come on here all the time, but they wanted me to go off on it because they want the truth. They want the authentic truth, and they want people that aren't going to change their truth or their theory based on what other people think or feel, based on when somebody who fucking copied the full scripture page out of their fucking GPT to my fucking chat. You know what? No, Like, did you even read the whole book of Deuteronomy? Like, what is the context before or after that? Do you even fucking know? Do you even know what Deuteronomy is? Anyways, so some people have been shown, right? Some people have been shown, and what I'm hearing right now is the song. Who sang that song? I don't know who sang the song, but she sang. It's like from the fucking 90s, and she sang this song. What if God was one of us, right? And this is so prevalent. They're telling me because the thing that everybody needs to understand is higher levels of divinity, right? They cannot quite, like, this third density is too dense for them. So they have to come through. They have to have avatars. They have to have other people that they can channel through, that they can come through to convey the messages because they're like from fucking 12th to 16th densities, bro. Like they're so high up there that they can't, they can do is be like a star, a shining light in the sky, trying to like input. Hey, by the way, yeah. What if God was one of I listen to the lyrics really quick. Joan Osborne. Joan Osborne. Um, so I don't know if they're gonna whatever. Joan Osborne, forgive me if I fuck you up, but um I want everybody to hear the song, but because they're telling me it's prevalent. So we're gonna listen to it and see what it is, see what happens. Yeah, because it's about the judgment. Judgment is not something that humans were ever given the privilege of. See how they're there? You have to be a high level spirituality. That's why they're naked, because they've already come back to source. They've already had their death or their rebirth. Some people decided to go straight head in, like, I'm going to it. I want to go. I want this to end in order so I can be reborn and so I can get that karma and fucking receive what I deserve, right? So I want to hear the words. Come on. Yeah. What would it look like? Call it to his face. If you were faced with him and all his glory, would you call God out? Would you call God? And like that's what these people are doing, right? Like if you're chosen, appointed, and you're, the prophetess, right? Like, and that's how it is, right? Like in all the movies and all the stuff, there's always like that one crazy person, yeah, we're balancing things out. That one crazy person's like, the end is near, the end is coming, repent. It's the same shit, bro. Like what are you guys doing? You're going really deep. What would you ask if you had just one question? Like that's what I put up here. I can channel goddess. God is good. So is it God or is it goddess? God is great, God is good, or God is? Where is the translation? Do we know? Because source creation itself is feminine. Woo man. The man comes from the womb. The portal from the heavens to the ethers is the pussy. God didn't create the baby. The mother gestated it in her body. This is divine, the womb. The womb is the divine creation, the macro and the micro. So God is good. God is great. I want to make some t-shirts. I asked my friend about this last week. But just like this. Just a slob like one of us. Just a stranger on a bus trying to make his way home. So imagine some of the higher level angels, prophets, seraphim, all of them, that even Lilith came down here. And to raise the vibration, right? It's like the Hecate, right? She is the guide. She's guiding people out of the underworld. You have to go to the death. You have to go to the dark night of the soul. You have to have that death and rebirth, whether it's ego a bunch of times, which for many of us it is, because we've already done the gnarly deaths through all the incarnation, right? But we have to go down, knock it off, please. We have to go into the dark night of the soul. We have to figure out how to dance with the shadow and then rebirth, right? It's this rebirthing. We can't we can't start a new era or a new earth on this shitty old fucking foundation. Like we're just no. Let's fucking level it out and let's collectively on, because what was working before wasn't really working. It was just made to manipulate and keep us in a fucking system, right? So it's to each his own, right? Got it a face. What did it look like? And would you wanted to see? If seeing meant that you would have to believe, would you have to? Or can you say God is straight? God is good. Thank you. Because your direct connection to source, to the divine, you are divinity. That's why I named my channel Divinity Within Thee, because you are a direct connection, you are a direct antenna to source. And what it says in the Bible before before divination, fucking far before that, and more times than that, is that no man should come between you and your creator. That means no, no priest, no anybody else. Nobody else is dictating your relationship to the divine. The divine is within you. That's your personal choice. It's not based on your religion. It's based on your fucking character and your choices. Some people only pray to God when they're going to fucking die or something bad is happening. Some people pray every day. Some people pray to a man and claim that they're praying to God. Some people say God is a man. Some people say God is a woman. For me, God is a woman, because if the earth is a woman, if the sea is a woman, if the moon is a woman, if it's all Mother Nature, Mother Earth, Mother Ocean, Mother Sea, then the lunar cycle is the same as the feminine cycle. Then why would creation, if everything else here is by feminine in nature? Why? Oh, because that's the oldest lie, the patriarchy. Because they want you to rule a man. And that's like one of the first things that the Bible says is do not worship men or false idols. Jesus was a man, not a God. He was an ascended master, not a God. And he doesn't like that people worship him, number one, that they're worshiping a man, because it's everything that he taught them not to do in the fucking with the word. And then on top of it, you guys are fucking rocking the cross where you guys fucking slaughtered him after he was like the most amazing prophet, just like fucking Bob Marley and everything else, right? Like, just like Michael Jackson, just like fucking Prince, just like all of the great people that were always sharing the information that got fucking. You know what we should do? We should collectively publicly fucking murder this dude. Like, he didn't die for your sins. Don't wear the cross. It insults him. It insults him because you're worshiping a false idol, number one. That's a false idol. Everybody wears the cross as if they're worshiping God. The cross has nothing to do with God. Love, not sacrifice. Source, creator, God, source, created creation is love. Love. It's just there's a karmic balance. So if people are killing people, then like other bad things are going to happen. Everything has to be balanced out in the end of the day. Like, sometimes karma happens faster than not, but it's a cosmic. There is universal laws that we are still under, and it's not about I don't know. Whatever. I'm not gonna keep fucking going on this God shit. But the reality is creation itself, just like the female gestates, the female births, just like this, and that. Female is creation. Even the golden ratio, the spiral is feminine. Flow, fluidity, creation is feminine. Structure, form, protection is masculine. The square. Just that simple. So if we go back to understanding that masculine creates the foundation and the protection and builds the structure, as the feminine says, here's how we need to create it. This is how we see it. That's the problem. Is men they need direction. They're here. They're like they can't come up with complex fucking solutions and whatever like we can. That's not the same. They want to know what you need so they can fix the problem, so they can fulfill the need, or so they can create the thing that you need. Okay? You know what I need? I need men to stop being fucking dumb. I need men to stop playing fucking games. You know what I need? I need stable home environment, safe living situation where I don't have to feel fucking scared where I live. I'm pretty sure most females, especially after the Grape Academy, really feel that, right? I want safety and security. And until someone else has the ability to offer me those things, don't ask me for anything. If you want to ask me for my time, what are you going to offer me for my time? And yes, men owe women things because for centuries you guys have belittled and taken and stolen and raped and blah, 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 blah. And yes, it doesn't matter that you did it. You are incarnation now. And so you're healing that wound of the masculine. So it's your choice. If you want to be misogynistic and you need the the approval from the boys and to do all of this, then you should fuck a man. You should find a man. But if you want to honor and to worship and to serve and to protect and to bless and to adorn a female and to listen and to give space and to help her to create, then okay, deal with women. But if you're just trying to stick your dick in a hole and you need the approval from the boys, like you guys should just be gay. Life will be sorted. Everything will be good. Everything will be back in balance. So, anyways, I need people to stop wasting my motherfucking time. That's why I stopped. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm not even gonna go on the site anymore. People can come here. Like, and people don't even have, you guys don't even have the capacity to read past where it says my YouTube channel. You don't even have the capacity to do that, where it says, if you can watch and you want to hear, do not message me there. This is where I work. You will find in the information box one of my Instagrams. You can privately message me there. Do not message me or hit on me in my work or my public forum. This is my job. I take it very seriously. Thank you. And they can't even read it. I mean, there's only so many fucking spaces you can even put in that box. It literally only says, you want to see what I'm like? Here's my YouTube channel. Like, subscribe. If you want to hang out with me after you watch one of my Zed Talks, if you still feel like you want to hang out or meet me, my Instagrams are listed on my YouTube and you could private message me there. It's not a lot of shit. And most people can't even follow fucking directions like that. So you think I'm gonna respond here? No. It's insulting because you didn't even follow the first direction that I fucking gave you. So are you gonna be able to follow the next one that I give you? Probably not. So waste my time. That's why I don't bother to sit and fucking chat. Like stupid. I put that up there because my friend told me to and whatever to try to like go out and meet new people. No. It was all bullshit. I think they were just trying to like make me like hurt somebody's feelings or piss somebody off or get me to just fuck random people or I don't know what they thought. I don't really know what they really thought, but I really also don't fucking care to be honest. But yeah, I'm here to create community and to build, and some people will hop on board, and I appreciate all your love and support for that. You guys are awesome for your contributions. for the 3 people that the 5 on it. That's amazing. For anybody else that contributes, it's super awesome. You guys helped me get my new oil and I got oil and what's it called? Radiator fluid. And the guy even fixed my starter. I've been kickstarting my bike for fucking months and he fixed it. Like just hella quick, fixed the starter. It was like some fucking wire or something dumb. But I do need to go get some new light bulbs in my bike. My bike is so fucking old. But anyways, guys, yeah, if you guys want to contribute to this is cool because as soon as we get 25, as soon as I get 25 people, and you can buy more than one raffle ticket, it's a raffle. Okay, you just have to follow these directions, and then what you do is you either send me a screenshot at my Instagram over here, or you send everything, the PayPal, the screenshots of you doing the whatever to my email. Okay. But yeah, super cheap. It helps. And you can ask a question on here. It's not going to be the question that you're going to get the 20 if you win the reading. That's like a personal or a private thing. But you can definitely ask a question here. And I can answer it, whether it's like, can you tell us about if people are going to come back into connection or can you do a reading for no contact or whatever? Like, I could definitely do it. Like, if you do this, like 100%, like, I can answer a question as long as it's not too fucking personal. Um, Save the winning for a personal reading. But as always, guys, I really appreciate all your love and support. Um, like, I'm here for you mostly, not for me. I mean, also for the ancestors. So make sure you go and light a candle or put some type of treat or something that one of your ancestors like. Maybe they liked apple cider. Maybe they liked coffee. Maybe they liked a donut or whatever. Um, put it out there, light the candle, put some good energy and sit, do some breathing, whatever it is. Or go to a place that they liked or do something, and feel that energy because they really they're here to really protect us and to help us. Like, somebody told me, like, you just need to really ground out, like, better if you just stop talking to the angels and all these other people. And I'm like, listen, they're the only ones giving me actual fucking, they're the only ones communicating with me directly. Everybody else is full of shit. Everybody else is taking payouts to not talk to me. And everybody else is playing fucking games or trying to fuck me. And so, like, they're at least honest and they're at least giving me true information and they guide me and they've led me all around the fucking world safely. So I'm gonna keep listening to them because I don't know that many people that are truthful or honest or authentic that are expressing or expanding authenticity. Um, and now people, yes, they are waking up and they are actually speaking out. They are actually trying to build communities and do beautiful things. And thank you guys for all of that, and like this is the best that I can do personally with my capacities right now. And hopefully like next week or whatever, I need to shift, I need to move because it's just like I'm sick of living next to a fucking whore like twice this week or twice on the weekend. She was like in there with 2 fucking dudes and like whatever. If you want to do that, that's cool. But like get your own fucking place. Like go get a hotel room. Like don't do it when you're like in a small courtyard with like 4 people, that's rooms are next to each other. That's fucking weird. Like I don't like it and I don't like not having a view here and I don't like not having like another door or window. So I gotta go. Also my cat is not happy here and you saw she's fucking adorable. She's crying at the door because she hears them closing it up because she doesn't want me to like put on the headphones or zone out. She wants to make sure I didn't forget her and I let her back in. But she's super great like that. She always reminds me when I need to get my ass out of bed or go outside or feed myself. And she's amazing. She's my little soulmate and literally has taken better care of me than any human I have ever come across in all of my years, which is a lot. So show gratitude. Yes, I love you. Show gratitude and appreciation for all your different connections and all the different like I know that my ancestors sent her to be my little soulmate, to be my little guide, right? They tell me that all the time. So they tell me when I'm just like, well, I can just give her away and I can go on this big adventure and go to this work and go to there. And they're just like, you can let somebody babysit her, but you can't give her away. We assigned that soul to you. like a kid, like that soul's assigned to you. And I was like, okay, okay, thank you. So ask your angels, ask your guides, ask your oversouls to come down because they cannot interfere unless there's fucking karmic justice in this case, which they're now allowed to. But you have to ask for the help. Like I did that last night and they got really excited. I was like, oh, so you're gonna do this and can you take care of that? And they're just like blah 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 blah. And then I like asked my Nani, I was like, Nani, um, you're okay with all of whatever? And she was just like, I have no choice. Like this is under my authority, not under her authority, but like it's karmic balance. It's like so even if you have protective spirits, so let's say you have like an auntie or a grandmother or somebody like this. It's always watching somebody, right? They're always with them. That's kind of like their protective spirit. But now let's say they did something for the ancestral line, right? And they did something against these spirits that left some type of something to this other one. So now she can't protect. They can't protect that because this is karmic. They can protect as long as they didn't do something to steal or take or hurt or harm, rape or else, like, okay. But if they're doing that, then they can't interfere with that. Does that make sense? So that's why I know I'm I'm super protected. Um, that's why I know I'm super protected because they're constantly on this. Um, the signal is fine. It's the fucking hater ass neighbors. It's because I have a fucking Horus neighbor, and she returned, and she's just a hater. She just wants to like disconnect all of like fuck with my feeds. She like unplugs the internet or whatever. They hack the devices and the internet here. They have like they're like in the inside of the firewall or whatever. I don't know, not like that technologically, but like I have it's they're doing it. They're fucked it because I'm not moving and the internet thing is not moving and there's not like crazy weather. They're just haters. Anytime I share any information that they don't like, they just fucking give me 1 second though. Yes, baby. Come on. I know I heard you. Yes, I heard you. I know, but do you hear me? No, you don't hear me? You hear me. So, anyways, guys, as always, infinite blessings, gratitude, love, and light. Make sure you practice your gratitude. Make sure if you have any type of things that you need to clean or clear, make sure you've cleared whatever type of karma. This is now the time. Like if you need to make an apology, write an email, make a call, do something, make an apology. Hi, baby. And you know, connect in, ask, talk to your ancestors, and ask them how you can. Yes, I love it. And ask you know what you need to do or what your mission is here because they generally have like a whole thing where they know you came, you incarnated to do something. You have a soul's purpose. So if you haven't stepped in to your soul's mission or your soul's purpose, your angels and your ancestors are more than happy to direct you to what it is. Yes, hold on, honey, I'm almost done. Okay, 2 minutes. Okay, now it's past her dinner time now. We're now 15 minutes past. That's why she came back. She's fucking smart. She's so smart. I know you're the smartest kitty in the whole world, kitty. In the whole universe, kitty, huh? Who's the smartest, bestest kitty? So, anyways, as always, guys, if nobody told you today, I think you're awesome. You're doing great. I'm proud of you. Keep going. You got this. You're beautiful. You're smart. I love you. You make a difference. You're on your own, but you're not alone. We're all in this together. So stop the separation because that's how they manipulate us. Meow. Stop it right meow. Um, and yeah, give some love. Be humane. Share some love. Figure out. Make some community, and and give some love to a little animal, maybe. You know? Yeah, and some food. Okay. As always, guys, information is in the information box below. If you guys want to see some of the other awesome stuff I do, or my art, or the clothing that I make, or my adventures as a captain, my Instagrams are below. And if you need to message me there, go and contribute to the reading raffle. There's also a link to the directions for that in the information box below. Thank you guys, and I love you. Matriarchy meow. Fuck the patriarchy, and say ciao for meow. Ciao for meow. Zoe and me music out.